15th is probably about the warmest temperature that I remember for a high school football game this late in the season.
Yeah, I mean, Billy and I got shorts on out here, and no, we don't even have jackets or anything. So usually you got blankets and gloves and, you know, the toboggan caps and all that stuff and you know, all bundled up. But it's pretty darn comfortable out here, I got to tell you. It's pretty nice.
Number of Mustangs seniors were honored before the start of the game, including Eric Allen, Daniel Carney, Joe Chambers, Colton Cole, Ben Diamond, Caleb Galibus, Hunter Hines, Tajai Hooper, DeMonte Kiss, Matt Lucas, Jaden Pratz, Ryan Pyro, A.J. Sumter, Trevor Thomas, Malachi Wallace, and Brian Yurchik. And you can see why, Steve, why it took us so long to get through senior night. It just wasn't those football players. They honored some other athletes and band members as well tonight.
Yeah, cheerleaders and band members, cross country, I think all the fall sports. I didn't see the soccer team out there, did you?
They have their own senior night.
Yeah, right. So, yeah. Well, it's good. The parents, you know, they get to go out in the field, get recognized. So,
how does the crowd look out there tonight?
Well, it's let's see here. It's a pretty deep. It's not completely packed down below us to the left, but like I said, there are still plenty of people coming down the hill, and a lot of lawn chairs on the hill to our left, Brian, which you can't see. So nice crowd tonight, and should be a nice night to enjoy some high school football.
Yeah, the Mustangs, 2 games remaining after tonight. They'll travel to Trinity next week, and then in 2 weeks take on Uniontown. Both of those games will be on the road, playing at the Hillers. Of course, that's a nice venue down there with that Musco lighting, and then the Uniontown Laurel Highlands game will be played at Bill Power Stadium in 2 weeks.
Yeah, should be pretty good. So, you know, that's and of course the old Uniontown LH rival. That's always fun for both teams, even though it won't mean anything for as far as playoffs go. But you know, still a lot of fun for these kids.
If the Mustangs lose tonight, it will set up a really de facto win, and you're in the postseason. Lose, and you're likely out next week against Trinity.
Yeah, and you know, you can't worry about that until next week. But they're going to try to win both of those games no matter what. But, you know, this is going to be at least, you know, if the eye test is anything, Brian, those McKeesport, Billy Dyson out here were commenting, those kids look pretty big. So it's going to be tough.
And I also have to think, Steve, not only the size that they have on the roster for McKeesport, but their rushing attack as well, and running that triple option is pretty impressive.
Yeah, and it's, you know, we remember how much trouble we had stopping the run, especially like when we were over at Ringgold. That kid was running up and down the field, and these kids look bigger and faster. But we'll just see. You just never know. Only one thing about, you know, these sports, high school football, high school basketball, there's only one ball, so they can only, only one kid can carry it at a time. And a couple turnovers here and there, Mustangs break a couple big plays, they can stay in this game and maybe shock the world. We'll
see what happens tonight. Again, a lot of eyes on this game. You had James Franklin, Penn State's head coach here earlier in the day. Terry Smith, who's the recruiting coordinator on the defensive side and assistant head coach for Penn State. He's staying for the game tonight, so might have some big performances on tap this evening. We'll break here for the anthem and be back with the opening kickoff right after this here on WMBS, the Triple Live High School Sports Network, and Facebook Live.
Good afternoon. I'm Mackenzie.
And I'm Cameron.
We're here to tell you about our youth group.
Every Thursday at Trinity United Presbyterian Church in Uniontown, we sing songs, play games, and learn about the Bible.
We also have special activities throughout the year, such as video game parties, Nerf night, horseback riding, and bowling, along with much more.
The fun starts at 5:30.
Join us for a great time of food, fun, and fellowship.
Youth group every Thursday at Trinity Presbyterian Church.
When you need a vaccine, look to Peach & Pharmacy as a partner in your health. Peach & Pharmacy has all of the COVID-19 vaccines, including boosters, at no cost to you. They also have the shingles and pneumonia vaccines. Schedule online, by phone, or just walk in. When you are ready, get your vaccine at Peach & Pharmacy, located in downtown Connellsville. Peach & Pharmacy, your local pharmacy.
Where can you go these days and have your gas pumped for you? Oil checks and windshield cleaned. Joby's Golf, that's where. Joby's Golf is conveniently located at the corner of Fayette and Beeson Boulevard. Joby's Golf is a fast, friendly, full-service gas station serving the Uniontown area in the same location for over 47 years. Joe Beast Golf offers walkout services, general repairs, tire repair, fenced-in storage lots, state inspection, golf products, and AAA 24-hour car and light truck towing service. Call 724-438-0681.
Going on now at C Harper Chevy. Our customers can drive away in a new 2021 Chevy Equinox for only $289 a month. Security deposit waived. Stop in for a test drive or visit CHarperChevy.com. Chevrolet, find new roads. Lease to GMS, a well-qualified individual, 24 months at 10,000 miles yearly, with $3,000 cash rate equity down, with GMA loyalty or GMA complex. Security deposit waived. Payment is for cash settle fees and for payment. Sale ends November 1st, 2021. While supplies last. Call dealer for all other details at 724-929-8000.
Savings is as easy as 1, 2, 3 with an Education Club savings account at First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County. Your future dreams will start adding up. Plus, you may qualify for a scholarship upon high school graduation. Visit any First Federal branch to start saving today. For more information on account rules and scholarship eligibility, visit firstfederalgreene.com. Best wishes to our local team from First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County, NMLS number 458729, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Sam Davis was a gift from heaven. He knows the law and the court system unlike anyone else I've ever met or seen. Sam helped me get through the federal court system with the best possible outcome.
Davis & Davis, personal injury and workers' comp.
We at Davis & Davis are humbled by what our clients have to say about us. If you've been injured, call me, Jim Davis, for a free consultation. We've been helping injured people for over 40 years. Call 724-437-2799.
Looks like we're finally ready to get this one underway tonight. The Laurel Highlands Mustangs and the McKeesport Tigers. And Steve, hard to believe this is only the second meeting ever between these two schools. The first was last year, and this is the first time McKeesport's ever played a game here at Laurel Highlands.
Well, I mean, they just weren't in the same, conference, classification for a lot of those years probably, and, here they are, and I guess, was it the first time that we ever went there last year?
I mean, obviously for Laurel Highlands, I think I was there when I was doing games in high school for Woodland Hills about 25 years ago.
Well,
but as far as a WMBS for football, yes, it was our first time there last year.
Right.
The band about to make their way off the field as the Mustangs will get introduced here tonight on a quick little run-through. And we'll get this game underway, the McKeesport Tigers and the Laurel Highlands Mustangs from Mustang Field. What do you expect to see here tonight, Steve?
A football game. a football game with the Mustangs playing McKeesport, and I expect I'm really curious to see if the Mustangs can stop this wishbone rushing attack. I don't think, we've had trouble. The Mustangs have had trouble against the run all season. I expect Gallagher to get a few big plays like he always does, and but I'm really hopeful that the Mustangs can at least stop McKeesport from rushing the ball and controlling the ball all game and keeping the Mustangs in the game.
Here come the Mustangs. They're decked out in all blues here today with a little red stripe and a little white trim there as well with white numbers. McKeesport also a lot of red, white, and blue, Steve, on those far sidelines. White shirts, white pants, blue numbers, and a red trim with red helmets.
Yeah, they look a little bit like the Buffalo Bills when they used to wear the red helmets. And the Mustangs look like the old the SMU
Mustangs, yes.
So, but so it's again, it's going to be interesting to see if the Mustangs can really stop the ground attack. And it's a different ground attack, like we talked about in the pregame. It's a wishbone attack. It's kind of like watching Army or Navy play, and that is. It's difficult to defend, especially when you don't do it but every once a year, you're just not set up for it. The quarterback puts the ball right in the stomach of the fullback, rides him towards the right or left tackle, and then he can have the option of pulling it in or pulling it out or giving it to him. And then if he pulls it out, then he has the option to run, and he has another option to pitch it. So it's a kind of a triple option wishbone attack. The only thing, it can be very difficult to defend, Brian, but it also can create turnovers. They can pitch the ball around a little bit, and maybe the ball gets on the ground, and Mustangs could get a couple turnovers. So let's see what happens.
Captains making their way out to the 50-yard line. Usually, Steve, they do the coin toss about a half hour before the game, and then they just do a show coin toss right before kickoff, and they actually did the actual coin toss right now. McKeesport won it. They deferred, so the Mustangs will get the football and defend the goal to our right, so that's how long senior night took.
Yeah, been a long senior night, and finally we're going to get this game underway. And I got some friends FaceTiming me now. Jerry Dean's down at Pete Dye Club playing a member guest, and he's rooting on the Mustangs, even though he was a Red Raider back in the day, back in one of the last good teams that Coach Fortuna had over the years.
And speaking of Red Raiders, we actually had Uniontown assistant Harry Kaufman checking in with us as well. Again, congrats, Harry, on your 42-13 win over Carrick earlier on today as well.
Yeah, Harry Kaufman, and we don't know, is James Franklin still in the house? Do we have confirmation of that?
I think from what I understand, Steve, he was leaving, but Terry Smith was staying.
Well, Terry Smith, I don't know Terry, but I know his brother Harvey Smith and I played at West Virginia. He was a great wide receiver from Gateway. He's in the Gateway Hall of Fame, and he was a great walk-on. He was a walk-on with me, and he earned a scholarship, and he was a heck of a player. Had a big game in that game when we actually beat Penn State in '84, and Harvey Smith was one heck of a player.
Milton Campos to send it away here for McKeesport. Rodney Gallagher back deep to receive for Laurel Highlands. Rod back at the 15-yard line. Let's see if Campos sends it in his direction, and we'll get this Big 8 conference game underway, and Campos angling it on the far side will go out of bounds. So the Mustangs will get some pretty good field position here to get things started.
Yeah, the Mustangs going to get the ball, and Gallagher will come out. We'll see what kind of attack he does. I'm sure he's going to try to make something happen with his legs, and let's see if he can make something happen.
So Laurel Highlands will come to the line here at the 35-yard line after the kickoff out of bounds. Illegal procedure call. And the ball will be placed on the right hash mark. And the Mustangs will have a 1st and 10.
My buddy is FaceTiming me. He wants to watch some of this game, and he's eating a big steak, Brian. It's probably make you hungry a little bit if you see what he's eating right now.
Nothing wrong with that. Wherever you're watching from, a lot of folks with the game on the big screen tonight. Here's Gallagher out of the shotgun. 3 wide receivers, twins to the near side as Carney off to his left, takes the snap, handoff goes in Carney's direction, and he'll lose 2 back to the 33. And Steve, since the Mustangs lost Eric Allen to an injury a couple of weeks ago, the running attack, at least for the tailback position, just has not been there.
Yeah, the running attack has been very, very, very sparse, and it's just been big plays once in a while, but they haven't been able to. They really missed Eric Allen, and he is he's just basically, he was a great, great, great running back, and it's a shame he can't play. But,
They actually didn't start the clock, Steve, at the beginning of the game. Now they're trying to run it down now. On that opening run, the clock did not start. Now they're winding it. We're down to 11:40 left here in the opening quarter. The Mustangs send Pratt in motion. They'll actually hand it off to him on the jet sweep coming near side, and he'll lose yardage again, upended right around the 27-yard line, so a 6-yard loss. And the Mustangs going the wrong way here, Steve, on these opening 2 plays from scrimmage.
Wow.
They'll place the football back at the 27-yard line. We have an officials timeout, and they might try to reset the clock here maybe, Steve. Any idea what this is all about?
I do not, but they're starting the clock now.
Loss of 5 on the play.
So that was a loss of 5. Line of scrimmage now back at the 27-yard line, 2nd and 18.
27 of Laurel Highlands.
Rod again out of the shotgun, triple right formation, likely to put it up here. Carney remains off to his left. Rod takes the snap, hangs in the pocket, now steps up, looks to run, has the 30, and that's about all he's going to get, maybe up to the 31-yard line. Good pursuit there defensively. Bobby Boyd, who's the star tailback on the other side for McKeesport, making a nice defensive play there, bringing down Rod after he picked up 4, maybe 5, and that'll bring up 4th down at about 13.
4th down at 13.
So not the type of opening possession Laurel Highlands had envisioned, Steve.
No, not, Gallagher actually had a chance to maybe, if he breaks a tackle there, he might have something, but McKeesport looks pretty big and strong.
Certainly the real deal. Here's Ben Diamond to send it away, and not a good punt at all. Kind of shanked it off to the right in the McKeesport bench. And the Tigers will have it in Laurel Highlands territory when we come back. Game scoreless, 10:24 left here in the first. We're back in 30 here on the CR Parada Group. High School Sports Tonight.
When you are looking to make some extra cash for your aluminum cans, visit Cherokee Recycling, where aluminum can is king. Cherokee Recycling is open Monday through Friday, 9 till 5, and Saturdays, 8 till 12 noon, closed Sundays and holidays. Give Marcus or Rags a call today at 724-439-3228 for Cherokee Recycling, where recycling makes the most sense.
Back here at Laurel Highlands High School, the quarterback is Caleb Reist. He's running the option on the far side. He might have lost the football there, Steve. He did, and the Mustangs have recovered.
Yeah, well, that's what can happen with that option. The ball gets loose a lot. They're pitching it. They're in and out of the fullback's hands, and then he's got to make a decision whether to pitch. And like I said just a minute ago, it's, one thing that as good as that can be and tricky as it is to defend, it can be dangerous for the offense and high school football especially. And if they don't drill on that a lot in practice, there could be a lot of turnovers.
DeMonte Kiss recovered the fumble for Laurel Highlands, so the Mustangs will have it here at their own 47-yard line. So a little reprieve after that opening 3-and-out for Laurel Highlands. Though the football here at their own 47. Ball in the far hash mark, Rod out of the gun. Again, the handoff goes to Carney, and he loses 3. And I know you want to try to establish the running game, Steve, but again, since they lost Eric Allen, and just to put these numbers in perspective, Allen had 37 carries for 326 yards and 3 touchdowns. Carney just 22 carries for 48 yards. That's a major difference, and they lost 3 there. Now 2nd and 13, line of scrimmage back to the 44.
Well, they lost their second team running back as well.
Correct. Ben Wilson also out. He is yet to come back into the lineup for the Mustangs. They have a little banana bunch here off to the left. Gallagher back out of the shotgun. Carney remains off to his left. Actually, it was Leighton Lehue that was to Gallagher's left. They set him in motion, but flags coming, and this might be an illegal motion or illegal shift here against Laurel Highlands.
Yep. Illegal procedure against Laurel Highlands.
That's the call, so the Mustangs again go back 5 yards.
A lot of mistakes so far, Brian, by both teams. Of course, McKeesport, that was the first play from scrimmage, wasn't it?
Correct. The fumble there from Reist. We mentioned McKeesport, they're going to juggle quarterbacks, Steve. You'll see both Caleb Reist along with Jake Miller at the quarterback position. Miller will be in more when they like to throw. Reist will be in more when they like to run. And now 2nd and 17. You had the 2-yard loss, 5-yard penalty. And the Mustangs faking the handoff there to Matt Lucas. Rod calls his own number and plunges forward to get 3 up to the 42. And that'll bring up 3rd down and 14. 9:07 left here in the opening quarter. Laurel Highlands and McKeesport scoreless. Tigers ran just 1 play from scrimmage before they fumbled the football. Mustangs still don't have a first down. Haven't seen a pass attempted yet, though, from Laurel Highlands.
They don't have a first down. I don't think they've gained a yard. They're going backwards on every play, pretty much.
About -8, -9, I'd say, as far as offensive production, and they're going empty here. Triple right set. Rod takes the snap. Flushed out to the left. Nothing there. Back to the right. Directs traffic. Now pulls it down. Looks to run. Comes forward. And he's going to get close to the original line of scrimmage. Maybe a 3-yard gain there for Rod, but nothing happening against that tough Tigers defense.
No.
And the Mustangs going to have to mix things up a little bit here, Steve, on the offensive front if they want to have success tonight. McKeesport again sending Jameel Perryman back deep to receive the punt. And the first punt from Ben Diamond was shanked off to the right. He's standing back at the 33-yard line. Perryman back at the 20. Clean snap coming back to Ben. They're coming after him, and he barely got it away. Again, a little shank off to the right, going out of bounds. And Diamond struggling this evening. McKeesport will get the football back. And they'll have pretty good field position here, close to midfield. We're back at 30 here on the CR Parada Group High School Sports Night.
Good afternoon. I'm Mackenzie.
And I'm Cameron.
We're here to tell you about our youth group.
Every Thursday at Trinity United Presbyterian Church in Uniontown, we sing songs, play games, and learn about the Bible.
We also have special activities throughout the year, such as video game parties, Nerf night, horseback riding, and bowling, along with much more.
The fun starts at 5:30.
Join us for a great time of food, fun, and fellowship.
Youth group every Thursday at Trinity Presbyterian Church.
Back here at Mustang Field, McKeesport taking over the football from their own 45-yard line. And the handoff here going to Kenneth Thompson. And Thompson, some good running room, close to a McKeesport first down. In fact, he has it down to the Mustang 45-yard line here on the near side to move the sticks. And we'll see a nice mixture of backs here, Steve, on the McKeesport side. Thompson came in running for 336 yards. You have Jake Miller with 210 on the ground. Their quarterback, Caleb Reese, he's run for 131 yards. And the lead attack from Bobby Boyd, who has 80 carries for 784 yards. And this handoff going to Perryman, and Perryman turning the corner on the far side. Look out here. Perryman, another McKeesport first down. Give him 11 inside the 35, down close to the 34-yard line.
Well, again, that's not really the option. More, that's just a kind of that looks like some Delaware wing T action there with the wing backs.
First and 10 for Laurel Highlands.
Again, Reese under center. Has Bobby Boyd behind him. And Reese calling his own number this time, plunging across the left side of the line inside the 30 down to the 29-yard line. 5-yard run there from Reese. That'll bring up second down and 5. Reese, the returning starter, was McKeesport's quarterback a season ago, but as we mentioned, he doesn't throw much. It's 10 of 19 for 91 yards. Jake Miller has thrown for 235 yards and 2 touchdowns. 6:33 left here in the opening quarter. This game still scoreless. The McKeesport driving, line of scrimmage, Laurel Highlands 29-yard line. Reese under center, again Boyd behind him. And another inside handoff going here on the near side. That's Kenneth Thompson. Thompson a little spin forward, getting down close to the 20-yard line. And Steve, that's another first down for McKeesport as Thompson got close to 14 yards.
That was the old counter play. He opened up to his right, spun to the left like he's going to hand off to someone going to the left, and then the back comes from the left side across the formation, hands it to him on the inside. It's the old Trey counter.
This type of offense certainly has the defense on their toes. Here's Reese running the option on the far side, keeping it himself. A little surge forward, getting 3 down to the 18-yard line. Bring up second down and 7 with a late flag coming in. Little extracurriculars there, Steve, after the play.
Yep.
You have Glebus at the bottom of the pile there on the Laurel Highlands side. Hunter Kuzier also over there.
Stop by Glebus.
Let's see what the referees call here. Not sure who initiated that. Referee coming over here on the near side. Personal foul against Laurel Highlands. Are we going to have offsetting? No, we are not.
Dead ball, personal foul.
Just a dead ball personal foul. That'll be half the distance to the goal line here, taking it down right around the 10-yard line. Set up a first and goal here from the 10. 5:39 left here in the opening quarter. Our live video stream tonight brought to you by Ford of Uniontown and Jimmy John's, Walnut Hill Plaza, Uniontown. Brian Morozak along with Steve Super. Nice to have the professor, Danny Wallace, back in the house tonight. Nick Barczyk doing a fabulous job as always back inside our WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital studios. Here's Reese, the late pitch, coming back here on the near side. That one going to Perryman, and Perryman surging towards the goal line, and they're going to rule him down right at the 1-yard line. It's a little bit of a late pitch that time, Steve, from Reese. And Perryman, a nice run, almost getting a touchdown there for the Tigers.
It behind him slightly, but he was able to corral it in and almost got in the end zone. It was really close.
Now they're going to try to go quickly here on a surge, but I think
they're going to get a
false
start. Yeah, that's
trying to catch the Mustangs off guard there a little bit.
I don't see any flags on the field, do you?
I do not. I don't know if the ball was even set, though, when they tried to snap it. They tried to go very quickly there, trying to get the Mustangs off guard. No penalty. They'll just reset, go back into the huddle. And Reese will go under center. And he'll just surge forward and get in for a McKeesport touchdown. Just a little QB sneak. And the Tigers strike first and lead 6-0. That was pretty easy, Steve.
That looked really easy. I think your dog could have got in on the sneak on that one. He could have.
Well, he's pretty quick.
Yeah, he's pretty quick. No, but it was just he could have just. I mean, the line, he could have walked in the end zone. That's how much room he had. That line really just pushed the Mustangs back.
Now Campos on for the extra point and sneaks it through on the far side. So with 4:56 left here in the opening quarter, 7-0 McKeesport leading Laurel Highlands. And we're back in 60 seconds here on the CR Prada Group High School Sports Night.
General Dentist Dr. Edward L. Wietek Jr. treats children, teens, and adults of all ages. Dr. Wietek performs all phases of general dentistry, including crowns and bridges, partials, full dentures, comprehensive orthodontics, root canals, bonded white fillings, dental implants to replace missing teeth and to stabilize loose-fitting dentures, and comprehensive exams and cleaning. Dr. Wietek is also your place to go for full mouth reconstruction if you've put off going to the dentist for too long. Visit Dr. Wietek online at www.myuniontowndentist.com to view the Smile Gallery and see some of his patients' before and after photos. See what over 35 years of experience and a practice committed to learning the latest techniques can do for you or your family. Dr. Wietek's office is located on the National Pike, 1 mile west of the mall on Route 40. Call him up at 724-439-1616. That's 724-439-1616 for Dr. Edward L. Wietek, Jr.
So Laurel Highlands is going to have to try to get the offense going right now, Steve. Caleb Breest, a 1-yard touchdown run for McKeesport, capping off a 7-play, 55-yard drive that took 2:48 off the clock. Touchdown occurring at the 4:56 mark of the opening quarter. Campos adding the extra point to make it 7-0. Now Campos will send it away. The Mustangs now with Matt Lucas back deep to receive. And again, they'll angle it off here on the right side in play at the 25-yard line. DeMonte Kiss on the return. He'll spin forward, get across the 40 up to the 41-yard line. So again, Laurel Highlands will have good field position, Steve. This is the third time already that Laurel Highlands has touched the football. They still have picked up a first down, and they've had pretty good field position during every possession.
Kiss is hurt.
DeMonte Kiss still down on the field. Injury timeout. Brought to you by UPMC Centers for Rehab Services, the leaders in physical therapy. Visit physical therapist Jim Burns. He's located on Wayland Smith Drive, or you could phone 724-437-7500. The Centers for Rehab Services relief is closer than you think. So DeMonte Kiss still getting attended to in front of the Tigers sidelines on the far side. We'll take a quick 30-second timeout here on WMBS, the Triple I High School Sports Network, and Facebook Live.
North Union Township Supervisor Curtis Matthews, along with his fellow supervisors, wish all of the Laurel Highlands Mustangs good luck this year. Kurt Matthews knows that dedication and teamwork are what it takes to keep moving forward, and that is exactly what Kurt has done for over 17 years in North Union Township. Kurt Matthews knows that teamwork, experience, and dedication are what it takes to keep the team together. Vote for Kurt Matthews.
Paid for by the friends to re-elect Kurt Matthews.
Yeah, Walls over there, yeah.
DeMonte Kiss still down on the field for Laurel Highlands. And again, we wish DeMonte our best. And Stevie's also a Mustang basketball player.
Yeah, and, you know, I couldn't really see what happened to him because it was obviously on the far sideline. But the trainers from the McKeesport, the Tigers were over there right away and calling the Mustang trainers over. So hopefully he's okay. But he was rolling around the ground. I think they're going to get him up, and they do. That's a good sign. And
hobbling off a little bit.
He's a little wobbly, but it looks like a leg issue of some kind.
Yeah, the Mustangs have had a number of injuries over the last couple of weeks. Really can't afford to lose another skilled position player. Mentioned already, 3 deep at the tailback position. Have a couple of linemen out as well. They actually, Steve, converted over the last 2 weeks. They were playing a 4-3 all season, went to a 5-2. That started with last week's game against Thomas Jefferson on the defensive side, maybe just to stop the run, staying with it again here tonight against another run-oriented team in McKeesport.
Yeah, and they're trying to help him off, and now he's trying to walk, but he's going, I mean, really slow coming off of there, isn't he?
Yes.
But he seems to be working it out a little bit. He's walking a little better, but he's a little bit of a limp. But hopefully, you know, back in the day, Brian, we used to just
rub a little dirt on it, right?
Rub a little dirt on it, get a little duct tape and put something on there and get him back in there. But that's not the way they do it anymore. As you
Caleb
know.
Rayful and Malachi Wallace helping DeMonte off the field. And let's see if the Mustangs put it up here on this drive. Have yet to attempt a pass, have yet to pick up a first down. We have 4:41 left here in the opening quarter, and Laurel Highlands down 7-0. Little play fake, went to Carney, and once again, Dan Carney loses yards on a rushing attempt here for Laurel Highlands, this time going back 5.
And Chafin gets in there in the backfield, and somebody better decide they want to block him because he's gone. He was actually there when Gallagher was handing the ball off and almost could have took the ball right out of the back's hands. So you cannot run offensive plays when your defender is meeting the running back and the quarterback at the point of the giveaway there. So
Carney, 3 carries, negative 10 yards so far in this game. Now 2nd and 15. Clean snap coming back to Rod. He's high on that pass attempt. Really sailing that one over the head of Keandre DeShields.
Incomplete.
We need a ladder to pull that one down, Steve.
Well, as you know, I mean, that's not Gallagher's game. He's, we talk about all the colleges looking at him. He's not. They're not. No one's looking at him to be a quarterback, and he's got to get the ball out away from the traffic and make somebody miss. And
having been said, though, Steve, he has pretty good numbers. 70 of 118, 928 yards, 11 passing touchdowns, only 3 interceptions.
No, I mean, he's an athlete. He's obviously pretty good, but he's not going to be a college quarterback.
I agree. Triple left formation, 3rd and 15. Now they'll send Leighton Lehue out. Another flag coming in. Rod stepping up. This flag likely against Laurel Highlands as Rod gets spun out of bounds at the 45-yard line. That was DeJour Chaffin that ran him out on the far side.
And he's been all over the field, that Chaffin kid. And it's probably going to come back, like you said, probably some kind of an illegal shift.
And that's happened twice when they've had Lehue in the backfield on those shotgun sets where he's come in motion to the near side. He's been flagged on him, and I wonder, Steve, is he coming forward when he's coming in motion? Because it seems like maybe he's not coming in a straight line.
Either that or he's not.
Illegal shift.
Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to tell from our angle.
5-yard penalty.
And it looks like McKeesport's going to accept the penalty.
Yeah.
Would have been 4th down.
3rd down and 20.
And now 3rd and 20.
It would have been 4th and 7, so they probably, maybe it might have been inside of 5. So they're figuring, offsides or something would give them a 1st down. And
stick with the same set. Lehue again to the left of Gallagher. Line of scrimmage now, the Laurel Highlands 29-yard line. We'll set up a screen here to Lehue. Pulls it down to 25, comes forward to the 30, and that's
face
it.
mask.
And we do have a late flag coming in.
So that's
if that's a face mask, Steve, remember that's not an automatic 1st down. It would be about 4th and 19.
Well, that's the danger of accepting that penalty and not forcing a 4th down. But again, it's not an automatic anymore.
Waiting for the official signal here. Personal foul, face mask. And that would be a 15-yard penalty, but not an automatic 1st down.
It'll make it 3rd and 5.
Correct. Line of scrimmage now, the 45-yard line. Mustangs still without a 1st down in this game. We have 3:43 left here in the opening quarter. McKeesport leading 7-0 on a Caleb Reese 20-yard touchdown run. So now 3rd and 5. The Tigers once again giving the Mustangs a little reprieve on this drive. It's about 3rd and 4. Line of scrimmage, the 45. They need the Mustang 49 for a 1st down. Gallagher again out of the shotgun, twins to the near side, coming in motion now. Matt Lucas, did he get McKeesport to jump? He might have.
He did, yeah. So there you go. That's going to be a 1st down.
So Laurel Highlands would have been facing a 4th and 19. You have a personal foul, face mask penalty, and then an offsides call against the Tigers. Give the Mustangs their first 1st down of the game. Sometimes whatever it takes, Steve.
Yep.
Mustangs now with it at midfield, down 7-0. 3:15 left here in the opening quarter.
At the 50-yard line, Mustangs in possession.
Mustangs stay with the same formation. Ball on the near hash mark as Rod takes the snap out of the shotgun. Handoff this time going to Lehue, and it doesn't matter who's back there, Steve. McKeesport's defense coming up strong. Lehue loses 3 back to the 47.
Humphreys gets in the backfield. Again, there's no resistance right now from those out, and mostly coming from the outsides, the tackles, and they're just going right to the quarterback. It looks like nobody's even trying to get a hand on anybody.
And at what point, Steve, you just stop running that play?
Well, you got to do something different to make them go move around laterally. And even if our guys just get in front of them and just get in the way, it'd be better. You know, I mean, they just seem like they're just coming in untouched.
Carney back in there as Rod takes the snap out of the shotgun. They're coming after him. He steps up. This could be a nice run here into McKeesport territory. Rod spinning forward down to the 41-yard line. So needed 13, got about 11, and it'll bring up third down and short. Again, Rod showing his athletic ability, giving the Mustangs a manageable third down here, 3rd and 2.
Walnut spotted on the Laurel on the
line of scrimmage, the McKeesport 42.
42-yard line. 3rd down, 2.
Let's see what head coach Rich Colasar has up his sleeves here. 3rd and 2. Mustangs coming to the line in tight here, twins to each side. Protector back to the left of Rod. Now they'll break out of it and spread out the wide receivers. Now coming in motion to the near side, Matt Lucas, and the Mustangs jumps.
See a lot of motion and window dressing, and you know they're trying to create some havoc. But the Mustangs, you know, they got to be disciplined, and they take a 3rd and 2 and turn it into a 3rd and 7, and that's a tough one there.
And I'll push it back to the 47-yard line. Bell Vernon off to a 14-0 lead over Trinity late in the opening quarter. 3rd and 7 here with Laurel Highlands down 7-0. Twins to each side. Gallagher sends out Carney as he takes the snap. Looks to step up. Well read by the Tigers. Now Rod pushed out to the far side. Throws on the run into double coverage. The pass is intercepted. Picked off on the far side. And on that run back there, Steve, that's Perryman taking it back to the McKeesport 40. Jameel Perryman on the interception.
Well, just trying to make something happen, threw it down the field, and there was 2 Tigers there to defend the play, and they did a good job intercepting.
Only the 4th interception that Gallagher's thrown all season long against 11 touchdown passes. Now the Tigers will take over from their own 40-yard line with 50 seconds left here in the opening quarter. And they'll stay with Caleb Reist at the quarterback position. They'll bring out Dennis Jackson and split him out as a wide receiver out to the far side. And showing that triple option look. And Reist calling his own number with a big hole here. Look out, Caleb Reist into the secondary inside the Mustang 40 down to the 36-yard line. 24-yard run for the quarterback, Reist.
Reist is just kind of a shorter quarterback, and he's probably hard to see for the linemen for the Mustangs.
They list him at 5'6".
Yeah, they list him at 5'6", and you know he gets when he fakes that handoff, he's crouching down with his fullback, and then he kind of lets the fullback go, and then he just goes right past everyone.
I don't think we've seen Bobby Boyd get a carry yet tonight, Steve. Came in there leading rusher, and this handoff's going to go to Perryman, and Perryman across the left side gets inside the 35 down to the 33-yard line. 5-yard run there for Jameel Perryman, a 5'8", 165 junior, who also came in with 122 rushing yards and 7 touchdowns. See if they try to get one more play away here.
I want to thank Athletic Director Mark John for putting a 10 up here for us today.
Looks nice. Little option look here. Reist be brought down. A 2, maybe 3-yard loss there. Good penetration for the Mustangs. John Deek to bring him down. That'll be the final play of the opening quarter. McKeesport leading Laurel Highlands 7-0. We're back in 60 seconds here on the CR Parada Group High School Sports Night.
And that's the end.
From chips and cracks to splits and shatters, if you need new glass, Bay West Glass Company is the one to call. Bay West Glass has served Fayette and Greene counties for over 25 years and specializes in residential glass installations and replacements, plus commercial and industrial glass. So when that window's busted or that sliding door shattered and you can't wait, Bay West is available. 724-439-8600. That's 724-439-8600. Proudly local and veteran-owned, Bay West Glass will earn your business.
UPMC Centers for Rehab Services on Wayland Smith Drive offers cutting-edge physical therapy. Jim Burns and his staff are residents of the community, treating sports injuries, neurological conditions, back pain, brains and strains, joint replacements, hand injuries, and other conditions. They treat you efficiently and safely by taking all necessary precautions while disinfecting the clinic regularly. All insurance accepted. Experienced therapists. Convenient location and hours. part of the community. Call the office with a prescription from your doctor or schedule by direct access 724-437-7500.
Back here at Mustang Field, McKeesport outgaining Laurel Highlands, Steve, 77-1 in the yardage department in the opening quarter, with the Mustangs controlling the time of possession. Laurel Highlands had the football for close to 8 minutes. And McKeesport, actually Laurel Highlands 8:06, McKeesport 3:54.
Well, McKeesport's driving down faster and scoring, so. But it's only 7-0.
Correct. Mustangs still in the game. And this is a 3rd and 7 as Reese hands it off on the far side. That's Kenneth Thompson. And Thompson, a first down and more with a flag on the play and a little cutback inside the 20 down to the 15-yard line. One is a 20-yard run, but we'll check the flag.
That may be a hold on McKeesport.
And it did occur down the field.
Two guys looked like they were trying to block Gallagher, and they might have tackled Gallagher when he was trying to make a tackle.
You're right on that. He has spot foul. Flag was thrown right around the 30-yard line. Now push it back to the 40, and you'd likely have a 3rd and about 11, maybe 12 here on the Tigers side. And mark it off. We'll go back to the 40-yard line. So we'll call it 3rd and 12. They'll need the Mustang 28 for a first down. Just underway with the second quarter. McKeesport leading Laurel Highlands 7-0. Brian Morozak along with Steve Supert, Professor Danny Wallace, Billy Dice behind the camera, and Nick Barczyk back inside our WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital studios. Mustangs needing a big defensive stop here, which is likely 4-down territory, and a little throwback in the flat, and that one going to Bobby Boyd, and Boyd a nice little run there after the catch, picking up a McKeesport first down, needed 12, got 14, down to the 26-yard line. So they split out Boyd. Steve got him involved his first touch of the game.
And that was probably, I would say if the stats are keeping it, that's a run.
That'd be a run. That would be a run.
That was a backwards pass for sure.
Now 1st and 10 from the 26. Reese looking to put it up. Single coverage far side and reaching up, unable to hang on. On the far side was Amir Colmer. Mustangs defensively had Caleb Rafel in coverage there on Culver.
Pretty good throw down there. Got it down to the front pylon, and Culver just couldn't come up with it.
Culver has some pretty good size as well. 6'4", 205 pounds, a junior for McKeesport. But again, this Tigers team, they don't throw the football very much, but they saw a favorable matchup there. Culmer against Rafel and decided to take a shot. Now 2nd and 10, line of scrimmage, the Laurel Highlands 26. It's been all Reese at the quarterback position so far tonight. And to run a little option there on the far side, call his own number, step up inside the 20, still on his feet, leaning forward, close to the 15-yard line, needed 10, got 9. It'll bring up 3rd and shorts. Reese impressive there again, Steve, with another nice run. Keandre DeShields brought him down to the Mustangs secondary. Reese now 7 carries for 37 yards.
3rd down, 1.
So 3rd and short now for the Tigers. Line of scrimmage, Laurel Highlands 17-yard line, 10:37 left before halftime. Tigers up 7-0 and driving again. They break the huddle. And now Reese lining up in a little semi-loaded pistol here. Different look, pulls it down, late pitch back, and it hit the turf, and the Mustangs recovered. Was trying to send it back to Bobby Boyd. 2nd turnover of the night for McKeesport. Fumble recovered there by Laurel Highlands' A.J. Sumter.
Yeah, it was just a pitch that slipped out of his hands. He was only trying to pitch it about 2 to 3 yards in the air, and I think it just kind of, he just kind of whiffed on it, and it just kind of like a hockey player fanning on a slap shot. It didn't go anywhere, and it just fell to the ground. Sumter was able to fall on it.
Sumter there, right place, right time. DeMonte Kiss recovered a fumble earlier for Laurel Highlands. He left the game due to an injury.
See if the Mustangs can get some offense going.
Yes.
They've done nothing offensively.
Just 1 yard
of
total offense so far in this game. We have 10-17 left before halftime. Gallagher back out of the shotgun. Twin receivers to each side. Line of scrimmage, the Mustang 22. Rod looking to put it up. Will throw on the run on the far side. Pass almost intercepted. In and out of the hands of Keenan McKeel. I thought he had a pick there, Steve, on the McKeesport side.
Yeah, thrown in double coverage, and McKeel actually was backpedaling and jumped up in the air and didn't have to jump really all that high, And like you said, he had it, but he just dropped it. Right.
Leland Lehue was the intended wide receiver there for Laurel Highlands, but I think McKeel had a better play on it than Lehue for sure.
And every play, it seems like, has been over towards the McKeesport sideline. They haven't gone anything to the Mustang. There's been no plays close to our side of the field.
You have Kenneth Thompson in coverage here on the near side, one of the better defenders for McKeesport. Maybe they're trying to keep it away from Kenneth as Rod looks to put it up again. A little middle screen, just a little miscommunication there. It was intended for Lehue. And not sure what was going on there, Steve, but you had a lineman kind of jump in front of Lehue there, and Leland never got to the ball. It was Colton Cole.
Yeah, he just his own guy they collided, and the running back just lost his footing.
So now 3rd and 10. Again from the Laurel Highlands 22. Mustangs remaining just with 1 yard of total offense. So far in this game, they'll stay with the same set. Twins to each side. Protector back to the left of Rod. Takes the snap out of the shotgun. They're coming after him. Rolls to the near side. And now Rod pulls it down. He was tackled from behind. Didn't get back to the line of scrimmage. So play goes as no gain. It'll bring up 4th down. Another 3 and out for Laurel Highlands. And the punting game has to be extremely concerning now for Laurel Highlands because we've seen 2 shanks out of Diamond so far in this game. The backup punter would be Hunter Kuzier. They're going to stick with Diamond here, who's back at the 8-yard line.
Diamond in punt formation.
Well, not only has he shanked them, they've been also very close to blocking his punts, and that's probably one of the things that's making him a little bit jumpy back there.
Comes back to Diamond, back at the 8. They're coming after him again. And it's another shank here on the near side. So once again, McKeesport will have great field position when we come back. 9:14 left before halftime. Tigers 7, Mustangs nothing. We're back in 30 here on the CR Parada Group High School Sports Night.
Somerset Trust Company is proud to call Fayette County home. With branches in Markleysburg, Connellsville, Hopwood, Uniontown, and Perryopolis, Somerset Trust Company is truly Fayette County's community bank. Convenient services available at all branches include checking and savings accounts, personal and business loans, mortgages and home equity loans, trust and investment management, and more. Call us at 724-626-1725. Visit us at somersettrust.com and like us on Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook, and Instagram. Somerset Trust Company, community banking worth talking about.
How's a 13-yard punt there, Steve, from Ben Diamond. And it'll give McKeesport great field position again at the Laurel Highlands 35-yard line.
The only thing I could say in his defense, if he kicked it going down the field, it would have been blocked. If he wouldn't have shanked it.
Reese, the late pitch back to Kenneth Thompson, and Thompson cutting all over the place. He'll get down to the 27-yard line, 8-yard gain to bring up 2nd down and 2. And
Tigers were coming right at him, Brian. And if he doesn't shank that punt, it probably would have went back for a touchdown.
Correct. You would know.
Maybe maybe he could feel that coming. You can feel them when they're coming at you, and it's an unnerving feeling. I got to tell you.
2nd and 2, line of scrimmage, the Laurel Highlands 27-yard line. Inside handoff, that's Bobby Boyd inside the 20 down to the 19-yard line. So a little straight running there from Bobby Boyd, picking up another McKeesport 1st down, and a 7, maybe 8-yard gain.
It's almost like they're starting to wear the Mustangs down, and it feels like a way worse than 7-0. It feels like it's 21 or 28-0, but it's only 7-0. The Mustangs, another turnover and a pick or something, big play for the Mustangs right back to get right back in this game.
Yeah, 2 fumbles already from McKeesport quarterback Caleb Reese on a couple of errant pitches, and Reese calling his own number here again, just surges forward, gets down inside the 15, down to the 14-yard line. 5-yard gain there for Reese to bring up 2nd and 5 as we go into 8 minutes left here in the 2nd quarter. As Steve said, McKeesport leading 7-0, driving here again. And the Mustangs, again, so far, just 1 yard of total offense in this game.
Yeah, nothing going on for the Mustangs offensively, and you got to credit McKeesport. I mean, Billy and I were out here watching them warm up, and it looks like the, Buffalo Bills out there. I mean, that's how big they look.
This has been the best defensive team I think we've seen all season long, Steve, McKeesport. We've seen TJ and Bell Vernon the last couple of weeks. Reese, handoff going here. Bobby Boyd surging in on the far side, getting in for a McKeesport touchdown. So for Boyd, That's his 9th touchdown of the season and increases the McKeesport lead to 13-0 over Laurel Highlands with 7:15 left before halftime.
Boy, not much resistance there. And then when he got out in the open area, he was able to run over a couple of Mustangs on his way to the end zone.
Boyd came in averaging close to 10 yards a carry. McKeesport now on top 13-0, awaiting the Campos extra point attempt. Didn't get a lot on it, but got enough on it.
Nope.
No, he did not.
Hooked it.
Did miss it. So the kick from Campos, no good. And it's 13-0 McKeesport over Laurel Highlands, 7:15 left before halftime. We're back in 60 here on the CR Bronner Group High School Sports Night.
Have you ever been at a Fact bus stop and wondered where your bus was? Now you can track all Fact fixed route buses in real time. Go to factbus.com or download the Fact Bus Route app for your cell phone or tablet from the Google App Store. It's free. And don't forget, all Fact fixed route buses now have free Wi-Fi. For more information and for rates and routes, go to factbus.com or call 724-628-RIDE.
Won't get the bus and grab the bus. Come along and ride with us. It's a fact. We're Fayette County Public Transit.
Back here at Mustang Field, 7:15 left before halftime. McKeesport 13, Laurel Highlands nothing. Bobby Boyd, a 10-yard touchdown run occurring at the 7:15 mark of the second quarter, capping off a 4-play, 35-yard drive that took 2 minutes off the clock. Campos missed the extra point, and it's 13-0 McKeesport over Laurel Highlands. Mustangs will have to try to do something here, Steve, to get the offense going. Campos angling another kick on the far side. It's a loose football, and the Mustang player there falling on it. I think that was Hunter Kuzier.
That was a short kick by design, just trying to pooch it over the first wave of players from the Mustangs that landed on about the 35, and was that Kuzier?
Correct.
And Kuzier really, it probably would have rolled out of bounds, but he couldn't take the chance, Brian. He had to fall on it just to make sure if he doesn't fall on it and thinking it's going to go out of bounds and somehow it stops like one of your wedge shots, then McKeesport could have fell on that thing. So pretty heady play by Kuzier.
Bell Vernon up 28-0 over Trinity. Quentin Martin's back playing again tonight, Steve, and when I'm told he is close to 300 yards rushing in the first half, and Bell Vernon's had 3 touchdowns called back in that game, and they're still up 28-0.
Wow.
So Leopards flexing their muscle tonight against Trinity. Clean snap coming back to Gallagher. He'll call his own number here and come forward, maybe get a yard. Down to the 30-yard line. Bring up second down and 9.
Is Bell Vernon still ranked number 1 in the state?
Yes, they are. Again, for Uniontown Red Raider fans, congratulations to Uniontown. They defeated Carrick for their second win of the season tonight as well, 42-13.
Way to go, Red Raiders.
Actually gave Gallagher 2, so it'll be 2nd and 8. On a scrimmage, the Mustangs' 30-yard line. They need the 38 for a first down. Triple right send here, ball on the far hash mark. As Rod awaits the snap, he gets it. Looks here to the near side, scrambles, throws on the run, high pass, almost intercepted. In and out of the hands of the McKeesport defender there, number 15, Jameer Brown.
Yeah, just went through Brown's hands, hit his helmet and face mask, and ricocheted back in the air. And Gallagher's lucky that one didn't get picked off for a pick 6.
Did a couple of those sail on Rod, very uncharacteristic tonight.
Well, there's just nowhere to go offensively right now. You don't have a running game, and Gallagher's not a great passer. So, what do? You you gotta throw it out. You throw it out to the wideouts and try to get some plays in space. But their defensive backs are so athletic. It's just a quandary right now for the offensive coordinator.
3rd and 8 was a low snap. Rod rolling out to the far side, spinning forward, gets across the 30 down to the 32-yard line, 2-yard gain bring up 4th down and 6. We haven't seen a lot of Keandre tonight. Haven't seen a lot of Joe Chambers tonight. And those have been 2 productive receivers for Laurel Highlands throughout the course of the season.
Well, now you're punting from the left hash. Every punt's been from the right hash. So now if he shanks one now, it may stay in the field of play. And look at the returner. Perryman's back, and he is on the other hash. So he's expecting a kick to come to the right of Diamond.
Diamond back at the Mustang 18. Perryman at the McKeesport 40. They're coming after him again. Good pressure that time from Chaffin. And the ball will bounce dead here on the far side at the 41-yard line. That's where the Tigers will start 1st and 10 from their own 41 when we come back. 5:28 left before halftime. McKeesport 13, Laurel Highlands nothing. We're back at 30 here on the CR Parada Group High School Sports Night.
Casey Sports Cafe, owned by the Vernon family, is located on South Mount Vernon Avenue in Uniontown. Casey's has reopened for dine-in services with new hours, Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., Saturday and Sunday 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. Meals are home cooked and range from a variety of steaks, chicken and veal parmesan, liver and onions, along with appetizers, salads, wings, and sandwiches. Casey's offers free delivery in the Uniontown area with purchases of $10 or more. Phone 724-550-4126 for Casey Sports Cafe.
The Tigers with Jake Miller now in at quarterback. And a handoff going there, Steve. Maybe a 3-yard gain up to the 44-yard line. The first time we've seen Miller in this game.
Yeah, he kept it on the option play.
So Miller with a 3-yard run. Be 2nd and 7. I believe that was his first carry of the night. It was. As we go under 5 minutes left here in the second quarter. McKeesport leading 13-0 over Laurel Highlands, driving again. Line of scrimmage now, the Tigers 44. So they brought Reese back in at quarterback. They did. Inside handoff going to Bobby Boyd, and Boyd is loose. Boyd inside the Laurel Highlands 30-25. Finally brought down at the 24-yard line by Leland Lehue. Now it goes a 32-yard run for Bobby Boyd. That was just right up the gut there, Steve. That's now 4 carries, 63 yards for Boyd. And McKeesport's going to take a timeout, so we'll take one as well. 4:34 left before halftime. Tigers up 13-0. We're back at 60 here in the CR Parada Group High School Sports Night.
Hello, Fayette County. My name is Tracy Alvarga, and I am your incumbent candidate in the upcoming election. I am honored and privileged to have been elected in 2017 as the Fayette County Recorder of Deeds, and so blessed to have worked in that same office for 30 years. With my qualifications, dedication, and hands-on experience, I have the ability both effectively and efficiently to move the office forward for the citizens of Fayette County. I kindly ask that you vote for me, Tracy Alvargo, for Fayette County Recorder of Deeds on November 2nd. Thank you and God bless.
The Catholic War Veterans, Post 1669 in Hopwood, are proud supporters of local high school sports. For more information on the programs that the Catholic War Veterans provide, log on to the Catholic War Veterans website at www.cwv.org. You can also visit the Catholic War Veterans Post 1669 on Facebook or phone 724-437-3088. That's 724-437-3088 for the Catholic War Veterans Post 1669 in Hopwood.
Back here at Mustang Field, McKeesport looking for more. Up 13-0. And the Tigers have the football now at the Laurel Highlands 25. They have Jake Miller back in as the quarterback right now, and Miller out of the shotgun, and they'll pitch it forward here on a little jet sweep going to Kenneth Thompson, and Thompson on the near side, inside the 20, inside the 15. And check that, Steve, that's DeJour Chaffin 2, not Thompson 3. Nonetheless, Chaffin taking it down for an 11-yard gain down to the 14-yard line.
Well, McKeesport's able to do pretty much whatever they want other than throw the ball offensively. And, when you can run the ball like they are and stop the other team from running, that's a pretty good formula.
Now it actually goes a pass. It was sent forward there on the pitch.
Except for the fumbles. This would be a pretty rough score right now for the Mustangs.
Miller still in there, calls his own number. Great fake, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Tigers touchdown from 14 yards out. I think the whole Mustang defense thought Bobby Boyd had the football. But it was Jake Miller that takes it in from 14 yards out, and the Tigers go on top 19-0. Really sold that well, Steve.
Well, just the typical play, fake the handoff up the middle. Everybody went toward the fullback. He read it correctly, and he went through a gaping hole. You could have drove your golf cart through there.
You might see them go for 2 here with a score 19-0.
And that's what they're going to do.
They'll keep Jake Miller in as the quarterback, and they'll spread out the field. Triple right set. Now a timeout. Timeout taken here by McKeesport. So we'll step aside for a quick 30-second timeout. Tigers 19, Mustangs nothing. 2-point conversion upcoming. We're back in 30 here on the C.R. Parada Group High School Sports Night.
Lease Plumbing and Excavating, helping area residents with residential and commercial plumbing, gas, electric, and water lines, along with paving, concrete, and excavation site work for over 30 years. Building a new home, Lease does utility installation of water, gas, and sewage lines. Lease does maintenance work on all existing homes, too. Call 724-245-2950. That's 724-245-2950 for your quote. Lease wishes all the area football teams good luck this season from Lease Plumbing and Excavating.
We're back here at Mustang Field, and if you're the Laurel Highlands Mustangs, mentioned a couple extra eyes, some Penn State coaches, Terry Smith staying for the game. Not the kind of performance you wanted here tonight, Steve, so far.
No, not at all. 3:56 left in this second quarter, 19-0. They're going to go for 2. Just has not been a solid performance from anyone from the Mustang side.
Snap taken by Miller. A little pitch back on the far side to Boyd, and he'll take it in for the 2-point conversion. So the option play working there on the 2-point conversion. Boyd gets in, and it's 21-0 McKeesport over Laurel Highlands. 3:56 left before halftime. We're back in 60 here on the C.R. Parada Group High School Sports Night.
On November 2nd, vote for Jason Cox, your nominee on both the Democratic and Republican ballot for magisterial district judge in the city of Uniontown. Jason Cox is happy to see all of our local student athletes working hard on and off the field, and would like to wish all of our local teams the best of luck this year and in all their future endeavors. Remember, on November 2nd, vote for Jason Cox, your nominee on both the Democratic and Republican ballot for magisterial district judge in the city of Uniontown.
Going on now at C. Harper Chevy. Our customers can drive away in a new 2021 Chevy Equinox for only $289 a month. Security deposit waived. Stop in for a test drive or visit CHarperChevy.com. Chevrolet, find new roads. Lease to GMF for well-qualified individuals, 24 months at 10,000 miles yearly, with $3,000 cash rate equity down, with GM loyalty or GM complex. Security deposit waived. Payment is subject title fees and first payment. Sale ends November 1st, 2021. While supplies last. Call dealer for all the details at $74.99, 8,000.
Back here at Mustang Field, all McKeesport tonight. Jake Miller, the latest touchdown, 13-yard run occurred at the 3:56 mark of the second quarter, capping off a 4-play, 59-yard drive that took 1:32 off the clock. Bobby Boyd adding the 2-point conversion run, and McKeesport a 21-0 lead over Laurel Highlands. And Campos a little pooch kick on the far side, but we have flags and the play whistled down.
Well, they threw the flag at the 45-yard line, so must be
offsides on the kickoff.
That has to be. But
wasn't much else to call there.
No. Especially as early as they threw the flag.
A push back now to the 35. And Campos will have to tee it up again. The way this game's starting, Steve, it looks like we could have a game next week for Laurel Highlands. Win and you're in against Trinity.
The penalty is offside against McKeesport.
That's an away game?
Correct, at Trinity under the Musco lighting.
From the 37-yard line. Or 35.
Beyond the Earth, our Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show at 6. Opening kick set for 7. Of course, tonight and next week, the Triple Live scoreboard show after the game. Another pooch kick on the far side. And from the 31-yard line, it's Hunter Kuzier coming forward close to the 40. And that's where Laurel Highlands will start 1st and 10. I think at last check, Laurel Highlands, what do you have, Wally? 4 yards of total offense?
Penalty flag on the play.
6 yards of total offense. With 3:55 left before halftime. Mustangs will start this drive. Yep, that's it.
Not much to. The professor does not need a new pencil tonight.
Not at least on the Laurel Highlands side. We had a personal foul against McKeesport. That's the one thing that has aided Laurel Highlands. They have more
Penalty
yards against McKeesport than they do total offensive yards. I can tell you that without even looking at Wally's sheet. And the Mustangs will take over now from the McKeesport 45-yard line.
10 to go.
You can't argue about the field position they've had in this game. See if they can get something started here. Again, McKeesport will get the football to start the second half. Gallagher back out of the shotgun. Twin receivers to the near side, one to the far side. Protector back to Rod's right as he takes the snap, and it goes to Carney, who was that back, and he comes forward and gets down to the 41-yard line, so a 4-yard run. I think that was the first positive run from scrimmage the Mustangs have seen from the tailback position tonight. Bring up 2nd and 6. With 3:35 left before halftime.
Second down, 6.
Line of scrimmage now, the McKeesport 41 on the far hash mark. As the Mustangs break the huddle. Rod again back out of the shotgun. Carney to his right, twin receivers to the near side. That's the wide side of the field. Single coverage off to the far side. Rod takes the snap, again going to Carney, looking for running room on the left side of the line, and just gets back to the line of scrimmage.
Surprised they didn't call a penalty for the way they tackled him.
I saw that.
They stopped his forward progress. The whistle was blowing, and they kind of lifted him up and
gave him the business.
It looked like a professional wrestling move.
Now 3rd and 6.
His body slammed him.
Caden Friel checking out late here for Laurel Highlands. 4-down territory, you would think, the way the punting game's been tonight, and you're down 21-0. Triple right set, all in a little bunch. As Gallagher works from the shotgun, takes the snap. They're coming after him. He'll step up in the pocket, look to run, but he's brought down from behind, maybe getting a half a yard, and great pursuit there from Kareek Andrews, number 52. And we'll have a timeout taken here by McKeesport with a 4th and 6 upcoming. We'll take one as well. 2:22 left before halftime. Tigers 21, Mustangs nothing. We're back in 60 here on the C.R. Bronner Group High School Sports Night.
Bad hair day, bad day at the office, bad day behind the wheel. Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your Erie agent in Uniontown and Ross Traver Township is Sproul's Insurance Group, 724-437-9812, or go to sproulsinsurance.com.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all
Go mobile with First Federal of Greene County. Get security and convenience with First Federal's updated app. Turn off lost or stolen credit cards, check balances, manage card limits, deposit checks, pay bills, all with the swipe of your finger. Don't forget the Card Valet mobile app to further protect your debit card. Visit the Apple App Store or Google Play to download the app. Visit firstfederalofgreene.com for more information. First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS number 458729.
So 4th and 6 for Laurel Highlands here after the timeout. Gallagher out of the shotgun line of scrimmage, the McKeesport 41-yard line. Coming in motion to the near side, Kuja now resetting in the slot right. And now the Mustangs break out Carney to the far side. Rod takes the snap. They're coming from behind. He throws on the run, looking deep, and that pass is juggled and then dropped by Joe Chambers. There were a lot of Tigers around him. But a pretty good shot there, Steve, for Chambers. Almost made a play on it right around the Tigers' 10-yard line.
Well, the pass looked like a wounded duck, kind of floating in there almost end over end. He just kind of, I think it slipped out of his hands, and it was difficult to catch. The McKeesport defender went right through his hand, and I don't know why the clock's running right now.
It should be stopped, and now it is.
McKeesport coaches have to be screaming about that. That's a couple times this year we've had some clock issues. Guy running the clock.
Tony Hanola watching our game broadcast down in Myrtle Beach tonight, along with Herc Reagan, Fred Segi, Mark Nebraski, and Ricky Ezzy. Hopefully Tony sent me all those names all right.
Yeah, Ricky Ezzy used to coach Little League Baseball with him.
And now McKeesport looking for a quick play coming back. And a pass a little wide from Caleb Reese to the intended wide receiver Dennis Jackson on the far side.
Big golf trip for Tony.
Yeah, golf trip for Tony. Good time of year to take it.
Yeah.
There's nice weather down there in Myrtle Beach. Tony, you have to let me know where you played down there. A little jealous right now.
Of course, we could have played here today.
Yes, like the middle of summer.
Yeah.
The way the weather's been, I think close to a record high today in Uniontown. 2nd and 10, 2:11 left before halftime. Here's Reese, a little dump down. The pass juggled and dropped by Jameel Perryman. Bring up 3rd down and 10. And have the professor, Danny Wallace, filling in for Tony Honula tonight. Nice to have the professor in the press box. We're hoping to give him a little bit of a better game tonight. Still a whole half of football and then some to play. Billy Dice behind the camera on our Facebook Live feed. Nick Barczyk doing a wonderful job back inside our WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital studios.
I wonder how Nick's doing now that his Pirates are finally out of their misery this year.
And his Rays got eliminated too last week. He was looking to go to a Rays World Series game. I'm sure that made him a little disappointed. What a run here right up the middle for McKeesport. And a first down in Laurel Highlands territory down to the 45-yard line. That was Bobby Boyd again.
Bobby Boyd on the carry.
Now the Tigers might pick up the pace here a little bit, Steve. Clock running, 1:50 left before halftime. Reese out of the shotgun. He's going to put it up. Quick out far side. Pass complete there to Dennis Jackson. And Jackson hitting finally brought down to the 40-yard line. Forward progress was stopped. He was driven back a couple of yards, and they'll give him the 41. So only goes a 4-yard gain. Clock still rolling. 1:33 left before halftime. Tigers with the football up 21-0 over Laurel Highlands. Now you have Reese in a little pistol set. Handoff, no, fakes the handoff to Boyd. Reese still has it. He gets sacked back at the 48-yard line. Did not fool Lucas Ferens, who was there to make the stop defensively for Laurel Highlands.
Nice job by Lucas Ferens.
And McKeesport will call their final timeout. So we'll step aside for a quick 30. 1:18 left before halftime. 3rd and long upcoming for McKeesport. We're back in 30 here on the CR Parada Group High School Sports Night.
Are you looking for a rewarding career? M&R Transit is now hiring van drivers. Van drivers must be 26 years of age, have a valid driver license, and a clean driving record. Van drivers must be able to obtain all clearances. For more information, call 724-439-3164. That's 724-439-3164, or apply in person at M&R Transit, 253 South Mount Vernon Avenue. M&R Transit wishes the Laurel Highlands Mustangs good luck.
Back here at Mustang Field, 3rd and 12 upcoming for McKeesport.
Highlands 47-yard line.
Tony telling us, Steve, that he played Sandpiper Bay, the Pearl World Tour, and Arrowhead. Said he did not play well, unfortunately. I'm sure he was having fun. Always wanted to play World Tour. I've heard good things about it. You heard about that course, Steve?
No.
They actually mix up the best holes from other courses around the world. And here's Reese looking to put it up. Little play fake, rolls out to the near side, now pulls it down, throws on the run, and has a man at the Mustang 35-yard line. That's Perryman. And that's going to be very close to a first down. Might be about a yard short.
Tackled by Gallagher.
And I'll bring up 4th and short as we go under a minute left here in the second quarter.
Is 4th down.
Reese down to the pistol, triple right set, 4th and short. Takes the snap, goes back to Boyd. He got that yard and then some, and Bobby Boyd goes inside the 30, down to the 29-yard line. Remember, the Tigers are out of timeout, Steve.
Remember, the clock should stop.
And Boyd was kind of sitting on the ball for a while, allowing his lineman to get back up. Clock running again. Let's see if they clock it here. And Reese does just that. So the clock will stop with 38.4 left on the clock. But McKeesport's still sitting pretty. 3-touchdown lead. Driving again, and they'll get the football to start the second half.
Well, the way they've been running the football, I wouldn't think you'd almost, I mean, I know it's an obvious, you would think it's an obvious passing situation, but they're running the ball at 20, 30 yards a clip. If they can get a first down, the clock stops.
Correct. They run it better than most. And here's Reese with pressure in his face, got away from it. There's a home run ball into the end zone and able to hold on to it there was Kenneth Thompson. And Thompson and no one around him there, Steve, just could not hang on in the back of the end zone.
He was running kind of a post pattern towards the center of the field, and he kind of started drifting to the left sideline. And the ball, as he looked up, was going over his head. And he tried to do one of those Willie Mays catches over the shoulder and just could not come down with it. But he was wide open, not a defender near him.
Would have been a heck of a catch. Could have been our first Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County super play of the game. Now 3rd and
Flag.
10, and flags come in here again. Might be a motion penalty.
Yeah,
It is.
number 3.
Now it's Thompson.
Illegal proceed.
Bring up 3rd and 15. 31.7 left here in the second quarter.
McKeesport, 5-yard pen.
I know with all the running the Tigers would do here tonight, Steve, would have a quick first half, and it's actually been longer than most of the first halves we've had all season.
34-yard line.
Yeah.
A lot of penalties.
Down 15.
Now 3rd and 15. Clock will start here on the snap. Comes back here to Reist. Has some time. Now he'll look to step up. Scrambles out to the far side, and Reist on the run just throws it out of bounds. And that'll bring up 4th and 15 with 23 seconds left before halftime.
Flag.
He's incomplete. Penalty on the play.
Where did that come in at?
That's going to be intentional grounding.
It's out of the pocket, though. It's outside the tackle box. Still going to call intentional grounding.
The penalty against McKeesport.
Usually they let you go
Intentional grounding.
from that spot, wouldn't you think, Steve?
Well, maybe in high school football they don't have that rule. I don't know.
That's a loss of down.
4th down and 20.
Now the 4th and 15 now becomes a 4th and 20. They're going to go for it. Why not? You have a 3-touchdown lead. Reist again, triple right set, single coverage here to the near side. You have Rod as the defensive back. And Reist is going to heave it deep. Hail Mary down the far side, and a prayer answered for a McKeesport touchdown.
Just a poor job by the Mustangs not to get a hand up and knock that ball down.
Touchdown.
That was not Gallagher's side. He was on the other side. They thrown it. That was number 5. What was that number 5 over there, Brian?
Well, went to Dennis Jackson, who brought it down.
No, for the Mustangs.
Defensively, it was Matt Lucas in coverage.
Yeah, Lucas has got to stick his hand up and knock that thing down.
Now Campos for the extra points. It's 28-0. The way it's gone so far tonight for Laurel Highlands. Big throw from Reist down to Dennis Jackson in traffic.
In the second quarter.
And it's a 28-0 lead for McKeesport over Laurel Highlands. 13 seconds left before halftime. We're back at 60 here on the CR Product Group High School Sports Night.
When your car is damaged, the name to remember is Ted Silva & Son Body and Fender Repair. Currently in their 58th year of providing quality, reliable service to the community, Ted Silva & Son offers complete collision service, minor to major repairs, frame and unibody repair, and glass installation. They will gladly blueprint your vehicle for repair, and they will work with your insurance company. With a paint booth that utilizes the environmentally friendly waterborne paint process, Ted Silva & Son not only cares for our community and our children, they care for our environment. Located on Atlas Road in Hopwood, it is the goal of Ted Silva & Son to alleviate the stress of an accident and assist you in any way possible. Family owned and operated for 58 years. Call 724-437-2351 for Ted Silva & Son Body and Fender Repair, LLC. Proud to support local high school sports.
Campos will send it away on the far side. Mustangs from the 33-yard line. That's Matt Lucas on the return, and Lucas across the 40-45 into McKeesport territory, and Lucas run out of bounds with 4.9 seconds left at the Tigers' 44-yard line. So the Mustangs might have a shot at a Hail Mary of their own, but Reist, that 39-yard touchdown pass to Dennis Jackson on a 4th and 20. Capped off a 10-play, 59-yard drive that took 2:02 off the clock. Touchdown occurred at the 13-second mark of the second quarter. And Campos added the extra point to make it 28-0.
I'll tell you what I'd do. I'd put the backup quarterback in, or Chambers, and put Gallagher down the right and let him heave it as far as he can. You got your best athlete. Let him see if he can make a play.
Chambers has a good arm. Let's see if they agree with you.
They do not.
The Rod staying in there. Chambers is a wide receiver. He's in a little banana bunch with Kuzier and Matt Lucas on the right side from the McKeesport 43. Rod takes the snap. He's scrambling out here on the near side. Let's see if he can release the football, and it's going to go out of bounds. So the pass falls incomplete. Gallagher was hit back his own 40-yard line there by McKeesport's Shane McGraw. And for the first half, Steve, McKeesport a 28-0 lead. And the Mustangs just outplayed, Steve, totally on both sides of the football.
Yep. Just get a break at halftime, regroup, see if we can get something going in the second half.
We'll have first half stats coming your way next. Stay tuned for our halftime show here on WMBS, brought to you by Peachin's Pharmacy, located inside the downtown Connellsville Peachin Market. We'll have halftime stats courtesy of the Radcliffe Law Firm, and we'll also take a look at our Peachin's Pharmacy scoreboard as well. That and more ahead. McKeesport 28, Laurel Highlands nothing. Back in just a moment here on WMBS, the Trib Live High School Sports Network, and Facebook Live.
Chris Parker Jr., it's your 20th anniversary.
We're celebrating 20 years as your local Hyundai dealer and over 60 years in the car business. We are so grateful for our loyal customers. We appreciate their repeat business and referrals, as well as Hyundai's support.
Other than great vehicles, what else have you seen from Hyundai over the last 20 years?
One important thing is Hyundai's Hope on Wheels program. Hyundai donates to pediatric cancer research to help stop childhood cancer with every new car purchase.
That is such a great program.
In the used car market, check out our certified pre-owned Hyundais with the balance of the 100,000-mile powertrain warranty included. Not in the market to buy a car? Autoland is interested in purchasing your vehicle.
Plus, every new Hyundai comes with Hyundai Assurance, America's best warranty with 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain protection and 3-year free maintenance. Visit their website, AutolandHyundai.com, or stop into Autoland Hyundai, East Fayette Street, Uniontown.
You always pay less to drive the best at Autoland Hyundai.
I'm attorney Bill Martin of Radcliffe Law, and I've handled all sorts of workplace accident cases over the past 10 years. When you're hurt at work, your employer's main goal is to get you back to work, but you may not be physically ready to return. If you find yourself in a similar situation, call our workers' compensation team at Radcliffe Law at 724-439-3939. We'll meet with you and answer your questions at no cost. Radcliffe Law, making the law personal.
Mom Maruka's Pizza Shop, located at 64 Barton Mill Road in Uniontown, is your prime place to enjoy local high school sports. Mom Maruka's is family-owned and operated where pride of ownership certainly shows. The Sampson family carries on the tradition of homemade pizza, salads, subs, and wings. Mom Maruka's is open Monday through Saturday, 4 to 10 for indoor-outdoor dining and takeout. Call 724-438-9066 or visit MomMarukaPizza.com for their menu.
It's football season, and before you know it, snow. It's not too early to think about winter tires. Tireman Auto Garage has the cheapest prices in town on new and used tires, winter tires, plus semi-truck tires, and more. Add credit, no credit, financing's available through ACIMA with only $53 down. Tireman's Auto Garage also offers alignments at the cheapest prices in town, Pennsylvania State Inspection, and so much more. Tireman's Auto Garage, next to Sherwin-Williams, 724-425-9606.
Looking for the highest quality products at the lowest prices? Shop and save on Walnut Hill in Uniontown has the widest selection of brands and the freshest offerings around. They specialize in your family's grocery needs. Save big and sign up for the Shop and Save Perks card to get money-saving benefits and discounts on gas. Shop and save. Walnut Hill Road, Uniontown, open 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day. Working hard to offer you the best at Shop and Save because it's the just right thing to do.
McClure & Wolf, Certified Public Accountants, your full-service accounting firm serving the tri-state area since 1926, is conveniently located at 538 Morgantown Street in Uniontown, offering tax, accounting, auditing, payroll, management advisory, and estate planning services. McClure & Wolf is recognized as an industry leader in providing their clients with quality professional services. To find out more about their services, visit them online at www.McClureWolfCPAs.com or give them a call at 724-437-2000 for McClure & Wolf, Certified Public Accountant.
COVID-19 vaccines teach your body to recognize and fight the COVID virus. You can get this vaccine at no cost to you at Peachin Pharmacy in Connellsville. Schedule online, by phone, or just walk in. Help protect yourself and your loved ones. When you are ready, get your vaccine at Peachin Pharmacy. Visit PeachinPharmacy.com for more information.
Peachin Pharmacy, your local pharmacy.
Back here at Laurel Highlands High School, 28-0. And the McKeesport Tigers lead the Laurel Highlands Mustangs. Brian Morozak along with Steve Subrick, the Professor Danny Wallace keeping stats for us tonight. Billy Dice behind the camera on our Facebook Live feed, and Nick Barczyk back inside our WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital studios. Nice to have you along with us. The Mustangs were hoping for a little better performance than they've seen so far in this game. Let's take a look at the scoring summary. Started first on a Caleb Reist 1-yard touchdown run for McKeesport. Occurred at the 4:56 mark of the opening quarter. It was a 7-play, 55-yard drive. Campos out of the extra point. It was 7-0 Tigers. And then Bobby Boyd, a 10-yard touchdown run. That occurred at the 7:15 mark of the second quarter. That capped off a 4-play, 35-yard drive that took 2:01 off the clock. Campos missed the extra point to make it 13-0. Jake Miller came in for Reist on a drive as the McKeesport quarterback. He scored on a 13-yard touchdown run at the 3:56 mark of the second quarter. Boyd added the run on the 2-point conversion. That was a 4-play, 59-yard drive.
If I'm LH, I'd consider maybe an onside kick here, something to change the momentum. And I watch those Steeler games every Sunday with my buddy Steve Nesser, my golfing buddy. And he's always calling for the onside kick, fake punt, crazy plays. And I think this is a time where really you got nothing to lose. And why not give it a shot?
Harry Radcliffe will send it away. First time we've called Harry's name tonight. He hit a 42-yard field goal last week for the Mustangs, and he'll squib it down the field here. It'll get juggled and then scooped up at the 16-yard line. And now the Tigers looking for a big-time return. And they're going to take it into Mustang territory. They might take it to the house here down the near sidelines. And it's going to be a kickoff return for a touchdown, and taking it to the house there, Steve, was Kenneth Thompson. So Thompson took it all the way back.
There's a flag.
Thrown all the way back at the 24-yard line. That might nullify that touchdown return from Thompson.
Well, when those kicks go like that and the returner bobbles it or has a little trouble with it, it does something to the guys going down, and it's hard to believe because they get coached on this. And that's a chop block.
Would have been an 85-yard return that got nullified.
But what happens is those guys get excited when they see the ball on the ground, and they lose their lanes.
Correct.
And they just kind of start running towards the football out of instinct, and it's really hard to stop. The college kids do it, pros do it, and they just kind of lose their minds for a second, and all of a sudden, a lane kind of splits open, and and fortunately for the Mustangs, they called that chop block there, and
would have been a good highlight reel. It still is a good highlight reel film, I guess.
Yeah,
for Thompson. Doesn't need to tell potential suitors that there was a flag on the play. Just show the clip. Pushes it back to the 12-yard line, so the Tigers will have 88 yards ahead of them, and they have Caleb Reist back in at the quarterback positional inside handoff, minimal gain, maybe a yard there.
And that was a big penalty because that would have put the
at 34-0.
Yeah, what an extra point would have made it a running clock.
That was Boggs on the run.
Boggs on the carry.
Maybe got one.
Looking at the weather, Brian, see if we got anything coming in. It probably looks like it's going to rain about midnight, so we should be good here.
There's a lot of games, Steve. I was seeing online north of Pittsburgh.
Yeah, it's raining in Pittsburgh now.
Yeah, they're having a lot of storm issues and heavy rain at a lot of the games from pretty much Pittsburgh on north tonight. So 2nd and 9. And this on the far side, a little slip there on the cut coming forward. That's Thompson, bounces off the Mustang, comes forward, and he's still looking for that touchdown. Kenneth Thompson down the near sideline, a little hesitation, thought about the cutback, but he'll go out of bounds here at the 48-yard line. It'll still be a 35-yard run there for the 6-foot, 160 senior Kenneth Thompson.
I know our friend Dave Hughes from the Sproul's Insurance Group. I'm supposed to play golf with him tomorrow, Brian, and it does
be dicey.
It does not look good.
No.
We were going to try to play tomorrow down in Morgantown, and it does not look good at all.
Unless you want to play in the rain.
No, I don't think we do.
Billy Dice wanted us to send a shout out to his buddy Ryan Safeman, who's watching tonight. So hello, Ryan, former teammate of Bill's when he played football here at Laurel Highlands.
Ryan Safeman, nice.
A little throwback here, and it's going to go on the little pitch back there to Perryman, and Perryman still loose, goes inside the Mustang 40 down to the 36-yard line, and Perryman picking up 17 yards. As Steve said, We do have a flag on the play. Would have been a 17-yard run as that ball was thrown backwards there on the little pitch out from Reese over to Perryman, the wingback. It's coming back for a holding penalty.
Yeah, those
Penalty is holding.
those are dangerous throws. I mean, to throw you don't for a team that doesn't throw the ball a lot, for the quarterback to throw it backwards like that on a little swing pass.
It'll be a live ball if he drops it.
Back to the McKeesport 44
And the penalty
yard
pushes
line.
the football back to the McKeesport 44-yard line. Will actually be first down at about 14. So a very odd 1st and 14 from the 44. 10:04 left here in the third. A Tigers touchdown and a made extra point could enact the mercy rule the rest of the way on this drive. They'll go back on the ground. This is Boyd back into Mustang territory down to the 45. An 11-yard run for Boyd. Still about 2, maybe 3 yards short of a first down.
3 yards short. They're going to mark it right on the 45.
Now third and, check that, 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3 now for McKeesport.
Yeah, with all the penalties, it's only second down.
Laurel Highlands 45-yard line.
Reese, the little fist bump there with Boyd. He comes back under center. Takes the snap. Fakes the handoff. Reese still has it. Late pitch back on the near side. And that one, Steve, is going back to Amon Knight, number 21, seeing his first touch of the night. And picks up a first down to the 37-yard line, 8-yard gain.
By a play like that, there's so many things going on. And he has the option to give it to the fullback, keep it, or pitch it. And, you know, when you have a kid making decisions like that, you know, it's just, I mean, a lot of things could happen. And he pitched it out there, and it worked out good, but that could easily be a turnover.
You got to have a heady kid as your option quarterback. And Reese here going to Boggs, or Boyd, excuse me. Boyd on the left side of the line, and Boyd inside the 25 down to the 23-yard line. 15-yard run again for Bobby Boyd. And you see so many of those, Steve. The Service Academy quarterbacks from Army, Navy, and the Air Force. All heady kids. If you're in the Army, you're in the Navy, you're in the Air Force, you're likely a pretty smart guy, especially going to those service academies. I think that's why they run the option so well.
And Terrell Craig, number 58. Did a fantastic job blocking for his running back there. Just created some major space.
1st and 10 now from the 23. Reese going back to the counter play. And look out here. It's Thompson with a big hole. And he'll spin into the end zone for another McKeesport touchdown from 23 yards out. And they've run that counter so well. And Thompson spinning in from about 5 yards out. Goes as a 23-yard TD run. Tigers increase the lead to 34-0 with 8:11 left in regulation.
On the carry. Gain of 23.
That was impressive, Steve.
And a McKeesport touchdown.
Now an extra point made here from Campos will get us all home a little quicker tonight. Clean snap coming back. Campos' kick. It's going to be close, and he snuck it through on the far side. 35-0. McKeesport over Laurel Highlands. 8:11 left in regulation. We're back at 60 here on the CR Prada Group High School Sports Night.
Did you take your medications this morning? Apothecary Pharmacy now offers a Plaza pack. All your medications come in pre-sorted packs organized by the date and time you take them. From seniors to caregivers to parents whose children take medications at school to travelers, a Plaza pack helps people know when and how to take their medicine. It's free to make the switch from bottles. Call us at 724-437-7801. That's 724-437-7801 to get started with a Plaza pack. Ask us about free delivery.
Are you looking for a rewarding career? M&R Transit is now hiring van drivers. Van drivers must be 26 years of age, have a valid driver license, and a clean driving record. Van drivers must be able to obtain all clearances. For more information, call 724-439-3164. That's 724-439-3164, or apply in person at M&R Transit, 253 South Mount Vernon Avenue. M&R Transit wishes the Laurel Highlands Mustangs good luck.
We're back here at Mustang Field, 35-0 now. McKeesport over Laurel Highlands, 8:06 left here in the third quarter, and the clock's going to run, Steve.
Yes, it is.
And Campos will send it away. McKeesport looking impressive. It's a loose ball out there at the 10-yard line. Let's see if the Mustangs' Hunter Kuzier can make something happen here on the return. He cannot. brought down at the 17-yard line. So you saw after the big juggle, a big return from Thompson on the other side. They got nullified by the penalty, and Cougar couldn't duplicate that for Laurel Highlands. Now, we likely see, Steve, especially on the McKeesport side, you would think a lot of second-teamers here the rest of the way.
Well, you look over there at the bench. They don't have very many on the bench, but I guess it's about the same as the Laurel Highlands kids. There's probably 20, 25 kids over there, but yeah, they're not. It's not like it was 20 years ago.
No.
Every team had 50 kids out there.
And McKeesport, when they initially went to 6 classifications, they were a 5A program, dropped down over the last couple of years to 4A. We'll see what the new enrollment cycle has in store for the Tigers. That's Matt Lucas on the jet sweep, and he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Lucas on the carry.
Bring up 2nd and 10.
Stopped over there by Knight.
Unless Laurel Highlands can make something happen here late, Steve. Not the offensive performance the Mustangs have been accustomed to throughout the course of the season.
Well, 16 yards in the first half is not what they were looking for. And it's just, you can't even say that they were playing poor. Well, they were. I mean, obviously that's not a good performance, but I think a lot of it is just McKeesport is so big and physical. There's just nowhere for anyone to run and move.
Triple right set here. Gallagher with Carney to his left in the backfield, 2nd and 10. Rod will take the snap, hang in the pocket, now step up, look to run. Rod has the 20, trying to shake and bake his way forward and gets to the 24-yard line. Ended up being about a 6-yard run there for Gallagher to bring up 3rd down and 4.
I think he got more than 6, didn't he?
That's where they spot him. He got good forward progress. Actually put it down to 25, so give him 7, maybe 8 there on the run. Got a generous spot. You have 3rd down and 2.
Gain of 8 on the play. 3rd down and 2.
5:41 left here in the 3rd quarter.
Laurel Highlands, 25.
Gallagher again with Carney off to his left. Twin receivers to each side. And coming in motion, Lucas, and I think McKeesport jumped across there. Going to be an offsides penalty there against number 30, Rashawn Skinner.
You see cars starting to file out, people starting to walking up the hill.
You might not have as much traffic leaving here tonight, Steve, as you might have seen earlier in the season. A 35-0 game will do that to you. It was an offsides penalty. 1st down for Laurel Highlands from their own 30-yard line. Again, we'll have the Triple Live scoreboard show after the game next Friday night. The Mustangs will be playing for a playoff spot against the Trinity Hillers on the road or on the air with our Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show at 6. Opening kickoff set for 7 o'clock next Friday night. Low snap coming back that time. Handoff going to Carney up the middle, and Dan Carney getting forward, and he'll get forward progress to the 35-yard line. 5-yard gain to bring up 2nd down and 5.
You wonder.
The Mustangs, Steve, excuse me, real quick, have had 2 first downs in this game, and both were aided by penalties.
You wonder what the thought process is for the Mustang coaching staff. You know, obviously you're not going to win this game, right?
Correct.
So now you got a chance for the playoffs. So you got to keep your kids healthy, but you also got to get some reps. So sooner or later, you got to just call it off and say, let's get ready for next week.
2nd and 5, Rod looking to run, stumbled in the backfield. He'll just get back to the line of scrimmage before he gets gang tackled. I think he had about 5 Tigers around him there, driving him back.
And that's just that's a hit he doesn't need to be taking at this point in the game. I mean, I get it. The kids want to play. I'm sure if you asked him, he wants to stay in there. But at some point, Rick Hogger's probably thinking get him out of there, and James Franklin's probably thinking get him out of there. You know what I mean? I mean, just like
anybody that has an interest in Rod playing sports in the future.
I mean, the kids want to play. I get it, but at 35-0, a running clock in the second half, you got a first playoff berth in a long time
since 2015.
For the Mustangs is on the line next week. You got to, let's get out. Let's get a little rest,
3rd and 5, triple left set. Gallagher out of the shotgun, protector back to his left, single coverage to the near side, splits out Leland Lehue. And Rod looking to put it up, looks near side, throws down the field, and coming back, Jaden Pratt for the catch in McKeesport territory. They'll rule Pratt out of bounds right around the 40-yard line. He was actually close to going out, Steve, before the catch.
I thought he came from out of bounds to catch it.
It was close on the near sidelines. Steve, looking ahead to next week's Laurel Highlands Trinity game, remember the game the two schools played last year here at Laurel Highlands? The Mustangs pulled out a 34-33 win. Should expect on the road next week to have another tight one.
Yep.
Especially with both teams playing for their playoff futures this year. We're already down to 2:30 left here in the third
Trinity,
quarter.
if they win, they're in too?
They will still have to beat Ringgold the following week.
Okay.
So it's not a true win in your in game just because the Hillers have another game to play.
That'll be a tough game too. That Ringgold was pretty good.
Correct.
What's Ringgold? Are they in right now?
No, they are not in either. They have not won a conference game yet this year, surprisingly.
Wow.
But they still have not played West Mifflin yet. I think they'll have West Mifflin next week and then Trinity the final week of the regular season. They're getting pummeled tonight, taking on Thomas Jefferson. So you could end up, if you have, just hypothetically speaking here, Steve, with an injury on the field, UPMC Centers for Rehab Services injury timeout. So with an injury, we'll step aside for a quick 30-second timeout, and I'll finish that thought after the break. 1:52 left here in the third, 35-0. McKeesport over Laurel Highlands. We're back in a moment here on WMBS, the Triple I High School Sports Network, and Facebook Live.
Going on now at 200 Chevy East. Our customers can drive away in a new 2021 Chevy Equinox for only $289 a month. Security deposit waived. Stop in for a test drive or visit CHarperChevyEast.com. Chevrolet, find new roads. Lease with the GMF for well-qualified individuals, 24 months at 10,000 miles yearly, with $3,000 cash for equity down with Families Loyalty or GM Lease Conquest. Security deposit waived. Payment is for cash title fees and for payment. Sale ends November 1st, 2021. Cost slide last. Call dealer for all of the details at 724-668-2231.
Bad hair day? Bad day at the office? Bad day behind the wheel? Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your Erie agent in Uniontown and Ross Traver Township is Sproul's Insurance Group. 724-437-9812 or go to SproulsInsurance.com.
Rate Lock does not guarantee complete insurance coverage and is not available in all states.
The injured McKeesport Tiger was DeJour Chaffin, Steve, and he's a critical player on both sides of the ball. And you talked about players getting injured late in meaningless games. You hate to lose Chaffin if you're on the McKeesport side.
Yes.
Now we'll get things resumed here with 1:52 left in the third quarter. Laurel Highlands driving now with the football at the Tigers' 37. Rod out of the shotgun. 3 wideouts, Twins to the near side. He'll take the snap. Again, they're coming after him. Flushed out to the far side. He'll pull it down, look to run, and step out of bounds after about a 6, maybe 7-yard pickup. But just throwing out other scenarios, Steve, you could conceivably lose next week if you're Laurel Highlands and still get into the playoffs. Let's say Trinity beats Laurel Highlands, and that would give the Mustangs only 2 conference wins. And then Trinity would lose to Ringgold. You could have Trinity, Ringgold, and Laurel Highlands all with 2 conference wins on the season, and they would all be 1-1 against each other. So you go into tiebreakers.
Yeah.
And it would be point differential, Gardner points, and all that to determine who would get the 4th and final playoff spot in the conference. But again, we'll worry about that when we get to it. Mustangs will play a non-conference game against rival Uniontown in the final week of the regular season, 2 weeks from tonight. And the Red Raiders picked up their 2nd win of the season this afternoon against Carrick, 42-13. 3rd and 3 here. Rod flushed out again on the near side, throws on the run, down the field, coming back again. Jaden Pratt with a first down reception inside the 15, down to the 14-yard line. 20-yard pickup on a 3rd and 3 from Gallagher to Pratt. And another Tiger slow in getting up. Appear to be number 5, DeJour Andrews. Actually made the tackle, but he's now hopped to his feet.
That's going to end the third quarter.
And it
Clock's
will.
running.
Mustangs trying to hurry up to the line. Andrews got dinged up. He's going to try to run to the sidelines. We're down to 11 seconds left.
They might get it off.
Down to 6, down to 5. And was a timeout
injury,
taken?
No, injury. The guy that was running off the
Andrews.
field, yeah, he couldn't get off the field.
Ended up taking a knee. I mean, injury timeout. So let's have a sign for a quick 30-second timeout. Mustangs driving down 35-0 here on WMBS, the Triple I High School Sports Network, and Facebook Live.
People make all kinds of mistakes with life insurance, like having some coverage but not enough to keep the family in the house, or only having life insurance through work and then losing their job. Want to avoid those mistakes? Call Allstate agent Russ Flaho at 724-439-9700. Russ Flaho can help you get the coverage your family needs at an affordable price. are you in good hands? Call Uniontown Allstate agent Russ Playho today and ask for a complimentary life insurance review. Life insurance offered by Allstate Life Insurance Company in Northbrook, Illinois, and Lincoln Benefit Life Company, Lincoln, Nebraska.
Back here at Mustang Field, one correction, Steve might have called Pratt on that last reception. It was Keandre DeShields, number 9, on the last catch, not Pratt.
Well, you know, it's kind of tough. The lighting here is not the greatest. I mean, those lights on the other side are kind of low.
Correct.
So it gives a lot of. I mean, for the players, I'm sure they can see pretty well, but for the up here,
yeah, we can misidentify rather easily.
Yes.
So again, correction. It was Keandre, not Pratt. Thank the folks on the comments for pointing that out, and that'll be the final play of the third quarter as the Mustangs can't get it away there after the injury timeout. So it's 35-0. McKeesport over Laurel Highlands. We'll head to the fourth and 60 seconds here on the CR Barada Group High School Sports Night.
Cancer patients in Fayette and Greene County no longer have to travel to find the care they need thanks to a new partnership between the WVU Cancer Institute and WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital. The new cancer center is now open on the second floor of the annex building on the hospital's campus and will take a multidisciplinary approach to medical oncology care, including chemotherapy and other infusion services, a pharmacy, and lab. Patients will have access to nurse navigation, a telephone triage system for symptom management and prescription refills, cancer registry services, tumor boards, and telemedicine appointments. The clinic will include 8 exam rooms, 1 procedure room, 1 consult room, 1 provider workroom, and 1 station for obtaining patient vitals. The infusion area will include 8 private infusion bays with heated massage chairs, 2 additional swing flex rooms, and 1 station for obtaining patient vitals. Patients wishing to schedule medical oncology and infusion appointments at Uniontown Hospital can call 724-912-7520. For more information on the WVU Cancer Institute, visit wvumedicine.org/cancer. WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital. The new us, here for you.
Back here at Mustang Field, 35-0. McKeesport over Laurel Highlands. Laurel Highlands trying to get on the scoreboard for the first time tonight as we get the fourth quarter underway. Again, Keandre DeShields with a couple of big receptions on that last drive, not Jaden Pratt. Again, our apologies, and thanks for everybody on the Facebook chat for letting me know about it.
Oh, they'll let you know about it.
Oh, they'll let me know about it for sure. Line of scrimmage, the McKeesport 14-yard line. Mustangs now working right to left as we describe it.
The camera actually can zoom in quicker, better than we can see it. So
correct.
Just so people know we're trying. But
here's Rod out of the gun, takes the snap, hangs in the pocket, little floater near side, brought down, and that's the tight end there, Steve, Caden Friel. And Friel gets down to the 8-yard line, 6-yard pickup to bring up 2nd down and 4.
Tackle by Boyd. Gain of 5 on the play.
Yeah, we have a running clock with the Tigers taking a 35-0 lead.
Another Tiger is hurt.
Couple of injuries here on the McKeesport side. I'm sure that's not what their head coach, Steve, Matt Miller, wants to see here in the fourth quarter. So another UPMC Centers Rehab Services injury timeout. Jim Burns getting his money worth here this afternoon or this evening, Steve, with a 35-0 lead for McKeesport. Another UPMC Centers Rehab Services injury timeout. 35-0. McKeesport over Laurel Highlands. Take a quick 30 here on WMBS, the Triple Live High School Sports Network, and Facebook Live.
COVID-19 vaccines teach your body to recognize and fight the COVID virus. You can get this vaccine at no cost to you at Peachin Pharmacy in Connellsville. Schedule online, by phone, or just walk in. Help protect yourself and your loved ones. When you are ready, get your vaccine at Peachin Pharmacy. Visit peachinpharmacy.com for more information.
Peachin Pharmacy, your local pharmacy.
We're back here at Mustang Field. It appeared the injured McKeesport Tiger, Steve, was Colin Schritter, number 50, 6 foot 215 senior.
And a lot of folks are
heading out on senior night.
Heading to the exits. Yep. People were, give credit, they were hanging in there for a long time. But running clock and 35-0 will send them home quick.
Good to see a little production, though, for Laurel Highlands on this drive.
Yeah.
Building a little bit towards next week against Laurel Highlands and Trinity next Friday night. On the air with our Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show at 6. An opening kick set for 7. Mustangs looking for some points here late. 2nd and 4. 11:31 left here in regulation time. Rod out of the gun, little banana bunch off to his right. Waiting for the snap, gets it a little low coming back. They're in his face. He's scrambling out to the near side, trying to get out of trouble, and Rao just step out of bounds. Probably a smart move there. At the 12-yard line, lost 3, maybe 4, but I think the important thing is there, Steve, he didn't get injured on the play.
Well, he's pretty elusive, and he can run away from people. And you know, the McKeesport, I got to say, McKeesport kids have been have shown good sportsmanship. They're helping the Mustang kids up.
Correct.
You know, there's no issues with any of that. They are really one of the most well-behaved teams, if you will.
Matt Miller does a great job with the program at McKeesport. 3rd and 7.
Very respectful.
Lehue now in the backfield to the left of Gallagher, who takes the snap, rolls out to the far side. Rod, again, pressure in his face, throws it into the back of the end zone. Jump ball, and it was juggled and dropped in the back of the end zone.
And the Mustangs got away with a holding right in front of the official, and he just let it go. I think at 35-0.
That was Joe Chambers in the back of the end zone that almost pulled it down.
Yeah, it would have been a juggling catch. Gallagher hit him right in the hands coming across. That was almost like the old Dwight Clark play.
Yes. Wasn't in a Super Bowl, though.
No. No, that wasn't a Super Bowl either, was it? That was a.
Oh, yeah, it was an NFC Championship game. You're right. Yeah.
That was against the Cowboys.
I was about 4 years old when that game was played. That 82, I think? 81, 82?
Yeah, around there.
Just a little tyke. 4th and 7. Gallagher again out of the shotgun. Stepping up to the far side.
Nowhere to
Gallagher rolling inside the 10, inside the 5. Has a first down, now looking for the end zone.
He fumbled the ball, but they're going to mark him down.
Wow.
And that's going to be a first down, though.
Correct. It was a 12-yard run on a 4th and 7. Got down to the 1-yard line.
And the football came out, but obviously from here we could not, we can't see with the just like there was so many bodies in front of us, between us and Gallagher.
But they can punch it in here from a yard out.
Official came in right away, pointing to the ground. No argument from McKeesport.
Triple left formation. Gallagher out of the gun. Carney to his left. Look for a run here. Gallagher takes the snap. Design QB run. Plunges for the end zone, and he's in. Rodney Gallagher gets Laurel Highlands on the scoreboard. That's his 11th touchdown run of the season. Comes here with 8:47 left here in regulation and cut the McKeesport lead to 35-6. So something positive for Laurel Highlands. Also, Steve, you look at the injuries the Mustangs have had, and we misidentified Keandre as Jaden Pratt. Pratt actually hurt right now for Laurel Highlands. Ryan Pyro out. We mentioned you also have Tajai Hooper not playing. Lost your top 2 running backs in Eric Allen and Ben Wilson, and multiple injuries on both the offensive and defensive lines. Some linebacker injuries, too, as the extra point from Harry Radcliffe is good. So it's a 35-7 lead for McKeesport over Laurel Highlands. 8:47 left in regulation. And we're back in 60 here on the CR Piranha Group High School Sports Night.
We go your way all around every day. It's a fact. We're striving harder to get you farther.
Have you ever been at a Fact bus stop and wondered where your bus was? Now you can track all Fact fixed route buses in real time. Go to factbus.com or download the Fact Bus Route app for your cell phone or tablet from the Google App Store. It's free. And don't forget, all Fact fixed route buses now have free Wi-Fi. For more information and for rates and routes, go to factbus.com or call 724-628-RIDE.
Forget the fun and grab the fun. Come along and ride with us. It's a fact. We're Fayette County Public Transit.
Back here at Mustang Fields, Laurel Highlands getting on the scoreboard. A 1-yard touchdown run from Rodney Gallagher. Radcliffe adding the extra point. Score occurring at the 8:47 mark of the 4th quarter as Radcliffe sends the kickoff away, and a little squib kick picked up at the 15-yard line. And on the run back, Thompson again here, Steve. Look out, Kenneth Thompson. Close to midfield, finally brought down at the Laurel Highlands 49-yard line with another flag on the play. It was thrown back at the 38. We'll check the flag. And Steve, for Laurel Highlands, that was a 14-play, 83-yard touchdown drive that took, of course, we have a running clock, 11 minutes and 24 seconds off the clock.
Well, running clock changes the rules on that.
Yes,
but,
yes.
But still, it's, hey, good to see. Good to see the Mustangs, continue to fight, even though, we talked about maybe getting some of those kids out of there, but at least you got something positive, to show them on film and, maybe for their confidence for next week. Obviously the score is, not in doubt, or it's not, they're not going to win this game, but at least you got to give them a lot of credit for hanging in there and making some, good plays and, get some confidence because, next week Trinity is going to be a chance to get in the playoffs, so it should be a big one.
And, of course, Thomas Jefferson and Bell Vernon on the schedule for McKeesport in the weeks ahead. And that's not going to be easy for the Tigers, but they did beat, Steve, Thomas Jefferson 20-14 last regular season game of the year last year. I'm sure the Jaguars remember that as well.
They remembered that.
Here's another big handoff, and that's Boyd again. And look out, Bobby Boyd brought down from behind. Matt Lucas tracked him down to the 10-yard line, still went as a 52-yard run. Give Lucas a lot of credit, though, Steve. Showing some jets there to track him down from behind.
It's good hustle by Lucas not to give up on the play.
Good enough for a
keep making plays, keep grinding it out.
At the Laurel Highlands 10-yard line.
Boyd has 9 carries for 161 yards. It's almost 20 yards a carry. Came in averaging around 10 yards a carry.
It's like when the golf match is over for you, Brian, you're still trying to grind out a few pars at the end, even though you know you can't win.
Yep. Been there, done that many times before. First and goal now from the 10. Oh, jet sweep going the other way and leaning towards the goal line, and they're going to roll.
They're going to mark him down
I see
at the
Knight
1.
down at the 1-yard line. So Knight with a 9-yard run. It'll be second and goal from the 1.
I got to look at this. There's more people here than I thought would still be here. The hillside still has some lawn chair people out there.
There's going to be some fun games, though, Steve, in the conference next couple of weeks. McKeesport TJ and the McKeesport Bell Vernon. Especially with Bell Vernon getting Martin back. A little QB sneak here and getting into the end zone. The Tigers, again, they're on the plunge. Score it there for Jake Miller, who was the quarterback and took it in. So Miller scoring from a yard out.
Miller on the carry, gain of 1.
And that's his second rushing touchdown. Actually, check that, third rushing touchdown of the season, second rushing touchdown tonight. And the lead back up to 41-7. And now Campos on for another extra point.
There, waiting for a wing back from on the corner there, just to block for that extra point.
Clean snap coming back. Did he sneak it through? Yes, he did.
Yeah, he's hooking
42-7. Tigers over the Mustangs. 5:59 left in regulation. We're back in 60 here on the CR Prada Group High School Sports Night.
When your car is damaged, the name to remember is Ted Silva and Son Body and Fender Repair. Currently in their 58th year of providing quality, reliable service to the community, Ted Silva and Son offers complete collision service, minor to major repairs, frame and unibody repair, and glass installation. They will gladly blueprint your vehicle for repair, and they will work with your insurance company. With a paint booth that utilizes the environmentally friendly waterborne paint process, Ted Silva and Son not only cares for our community and our children, they care for our environment. Located on Atlas Road in Hopwood, it is the goal of Ted Silva and Son to alleviate the stress of an accident and assist you in any way possible. Family owned and operated for 58 years. Call 724-437-2351 for Ted Silva and Son Body and Fender Repair LLC. Proud to support local high school sports.
Back here at Laurel Highlands High School, 42-7. McKeesport leading the Mustangs. Miller, the last score for McKeesport, 1-yard touchdown run, capped off a 4-play, 62-yard drive that took 2:48 off the clock. Campos out of the extra point. Look out here, loose ball on the kick return. Mustangs just fall on it here at the 27-yard line. So for Laurel Highlands, Steve, you played now the top 3 teams in the conference in consecutive weeks. Bell Vernon, Thomas Jefferson, and McKeesport. Now you got to get back to your game next week with a huge contest against Trinity. Get refocused.
First down and 10.
And the only loss McKeesport's had this year was against Canisius.
Might be good for the Mustangs to get away from home, too.
Yep.
A little less distractions. You know, just
an old-fashioned game. You win and you get into the postseason.
Yeah. Hopefully it's not homecoming or anything. Senior night up.
Probably will be. You'd think probably senior night.
Probably be senior night. Yeah, last home game for them. Sure.
And hopefully Laurel Highlands get some bodies back in the lineup for next week as well. Jet sweep coming near side with Matt Lucas. And Lucas, tough running here. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage, and they're still gang tackling him back to the 22, but he'll get forward progress to the line of scrimmage, the 28-yard line.
And this will probably end this because they're 4:20 running clock. They can't stop it unless they call timeout, which they probably won't. The Mustangs have most of their starters out. You know, Chambers is still in there, but they got Soltis in at quarterback.
Spotted on the Laurel Highlands 27-yard line.
4:02 left, 2nd and 10. Twin receivers to each side. They send Kujar in motion. I think, Steve, that's actually John Duke that's in at quarterback. Soltis was not available for tonight.
Oh, okay.
So Duke's the quarterback. Kujar there on that run, getting a couple for Laurel Highlands across the 30 up to the 31-yard line. Not sure what the situation was for Soltis, but he was not listed on the depth chart. There was a line through his name this week, and John Duke, the 5'8", 160 sophomore, seeing some reps here late in the game.
Well, that's a good experience for Duke to get some varsity action.
And Duke again out of the gun. Kujar again coming in motion. And Duke's going to look to put it up on the far side, throws on the run. That pass was low and falls incomplete. And that was 3rd and 8, so now 4th and 8.
Let him throw it again. Don't punt.
For the Shields, incomplete.
I'm going to bring out the punting unit, looks like.
Correction, 4th down and 8.
Ben Diamond back on the field. I wouldn't think McKeesport's going to be bum rushing him this time, Steve.
I would hope not.
Get away a clean punt here. They've sent Jameel, check that, 23. That's Caden Holtzman back deep to receive. Holtzman standing back at the 40-yard line. So new return man as Diamond, a little rugby style roll out and boots that one away. Holtzman will let it bounce in front of him and then let it go, and Laurel Highlands will down it at the 22-yard line. And that's where McKeesport will take over when we come back. 2:08 left in regulation. Tigers 42, Mustangs 7. We're back at 30 here on the CR Prada Group High School Sports Night.
UPMC Centers for Rehab Services on Wayland Smith Drive offers cutting-edge physical therapy. Jim Burns and his staff are residents of the community, treating sports injuries, neurological conditions, back pain, sprains and strains, joint replacements, hand injuries, and other conditions. They treat you efficiently and safely by taking all necessary precautions while disinfecting the clinic regularly. All insurance accepted. Experienced therapists. Convenient location and hours. Part of the community. Call the office with a prescription from your doctor or schedule by direct access 724-437-7500.
Back here at Mustang Field, 1:35 left in regulation. Tigers probably a couple of runs here, Steve, and that'll be it.
I'd say the professor can get the stats figured out because it's all over but a couple of kneel downs, I would think, and that's what they're going to do.
Into victory formation here from McKeesport. They brought in number 28. That would be Garrett Tarker as the quarterback. And Tarker actually run a play here. Handed off to one of the wingbacks here on the near side. And they're going back there to Knight, who saw a couple of carries earlier. And Knight takes it up to the 33. Actually got 10, maybe 11 there for a McKeesport first down.
That should...
Maybe one more play.
Yeah, one more play.
And the Tigers will stay unbeaten in conference play It'll be McKeesport and Thomas Jefferson next week.
The Tigers are good. I mean, they're pretty good. I mean, that's a.
I would say McKeesport TJ is your game of the week around the WPIAL next week.
Yeah.
McKeesport Bell Vernon could be the game of the week the following week, especially if McKeesport picks up a win over TJ.
And how unfortunate.
This handoff's going to go to Sahan Brooks Drake. And Brooks Drake picking up a yard, maybe 2 up to the 35, and that should be the final play.
3 of the better teams in WPIAL in the Mustangs conference.
Correct,
yeah, that's tough. And the Mustangs have to play them 3 in a row.
Yeah, tough draw the way the schedule shaked out for Laurel Highlands. But they'll have Trinity next week, still an opportunity to get into the WPIAL playoffs. Loss drops Laurel Highlands to 5-3 overall. They're 2-3 in the conference. McKeesport 7-1 overall, 4-0 in conference play with 2 big games upcoming for the Tigers. Your final score tonight for Mustang Field: McKeesport 42 and Laurel Highlands 7.